Greetings and salutations, everyone. How's everyone going? How's everyone doing? We're here on a Saturday, live streaming. This is the first live stream that I've ever done, and at least on YouTube, so we'll see how this goes. But as of right now, I think we'll be fine. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and do this, shall we? Hey, everybody. How's it going? Okay, now, what I'm going to do right now is make sure that I'm actually live by trying to open up my own stream, shall we? Because at this point, the thing I'm looking at is not really moving. Unless someone in the chat wants to go ahead and tell me I'm live, that would be very helpful, to be honest. Let's see here. What are we doing? All right. I see the questions already pouring in. We'll get to those in a second. We'll do, don't worry. Before the Texans game start, I want to make sure I'll answer those questions that are regarding players in that game. Okay, looking like we're live. So, hey everybody, how's it going? I have the game playing on my desktop right now, so I am watching it. It's just a pregame warm-up BS, but either way, let's go ahead and I'm going to start answering questions right out the gate, shall we? Starting with Cesar Garza. Okay. You have Connor and OBJ on your team. Oh, man. That's very unfortunate. That is probably, I mean, I wouldn't say that's the worst luck. It just happens to be that this time of the year, both of them are banged up after. Both of them had pretty decent seasons. But honestly, at this point, from the report I read maybe an hour ago, it looks like Connor probably won't play. So we'll just go ahead and, I mean, they're saying he'll be ready for Week 16. I mean, they need him for tomorrow's game against the Patriots, even though it's at home. They're going to need him in order to win that game. But I think they're just going to, default to not playing him, making sure he's healthy. So when they make that playoff run, they have him full strength. Let's see. Should I start Demaryius Thomas or Larry Fitzgerald? Okay, now, here's the thing about Larry Fitzgerald. I always say it. Well, he's literally the only wide receiver on that team that's worth a damn, right? After Christian Kirk got injured, really other than those two, I mean, Ricky Seals-Jones has pretty much done nothing all season long. On top of that, David Johnson hasn't been able to catch the ball out of the backfield. I think that offense as a whole is just, they're not great. So Demaryius Thomas, on the other hand, he's in a spot where, okay, it's a very good matchup against the Jets, but will he see action? Like, are the Texans going to come out, completely blow out the Jets, and force to running the ball with Alfred Blue and Lamar Miller the entire second half? That's literally the question, right? We're deciding, do we want the number one wide receiver on a Cardinals team, which is not looking great, or do we want to play Demaryius Thomas into an easier matchup in which he can thrive and perhaps potentially be decent? I honestly, off the top of my head, I'm going with Larry. I think between the two, who has the higher upside? I think it's Larry Fitzgerald. Both of them are probably going to end up with like a handful of catches and like 50 yards receiving. So between the two, I'll take Larry. All right, let's move on. Laundry or Samuels in a PPR? To be honest, let's see. Oh, man, Laundry or Samuels? Man, I have a tough time starting JL, right? Mr. Laundry. I have a tough time trusting him. Yes, he's had two decent, performances in the last couple weeks, but can we trust him enough against a Broncos secondary? That's tough. Now, here's the thing. If you're sitting in this kind of a scenario where you have to either play a person today or wonder, okay, should I be playing them tomorrow? Not playing them tomorrow. If you have to play someone today, or you have to worry about James Conner coming back and taking away Samuel's value tomorrow, you might want to just go ahead and play the person today, just in case, because obviously there's no guarantee whether or not Conner plays. No information has come out definitively saying whether he's going to play or not. So I think I'd rather just sit with the people in today's lineups. Let's see the next question. Fill in for OBJ. Either DJ Moore or Josh Reynolds in a PPR. It's got to be DJ Moore. Playing against the Saints secondary, they've struggled. I understand that Cam Newton's got a banged up shoulder. Cam Newton threw 42 passes last week, completed only 26 of them. He had a 50% passing completion percentage. Did not look good in last week's game. But either way, a lot of the passes that he was completing were short dink and dunk passes, because we obviously know his shoulder's a little banged up. So majority of what he is doing is getting the ball out of his hands and making sure that guys like Curtis Samuel, Christian McCaffrey, Ian Thomas, and DJ Moore can make plays with their legs. I'm personally going with DJ Moore between the two. Josh Reynolds is no Cooper Kupp, and going forward, I doubt Josh Reynolds is going to be getting as much work as Robert Woods, Cooks, and Gurley. He's fourth in line. Perhaps even a tight end might jump in front of him. All right, moving on. Should I start David Johnson or Nick Chubb? Okay, good question. Okay, so David Johnson plays against the Atlanta Falcons defensive front, who this season just been giving up a bunch of points to the running back position. On the other hand, we have Nick Chubb, who's been way more consistent throughout the last couple of weeks. Obviously, a lot of that has been dependent on getting that rushing touchdown, but he continues to see a good amount of carries. He's within an offense that is still playing for a playoff spot, right? They can mathematically still make the playoffs if, in fact, if they beat the Broncos tonight and the Browns can somehow magically win out and everything else goes in their direction. So whether I'm playing Chubb or David Johnson, I'm going to go with Chubb tonight, playing against the Broncos. I know David Johnson potentially could be good, but we haven't seen enough consistency thus far this season, and I can't trust the Josh Rosen-led offense as of right now. Let's see what else we got here. Hope everyone can agree that Joe Buck is the worst announcer. You know what? I don't agree with that. You know who the worst announcer is? It's Chris Collinsworth, hands down. Some of the stuff that comes out of that dude's mouth makes no sense whatsoever, and it's absolutely hilarious. All right, let's see here. What do we have? Flex PPR, we have Doug Martin, Josh Reynolds, or Jordy Nelson. Okay. So obviously in a PPR, majority of us want to go with, the wide receiver. He has more upside at catching, 6-7 balls, ending up being like touchdown worth. But as of right now, Doug Martin playing against the Cincinnati Bengals seems like a juicy matchup, right? The Bengals, they're giving up the most points to the running back position as of the last couple weeks. And to be honest, the Raiders, they haven't looked bad. And the amount of touches that Doug Martin's getting, I think he's scored 3 touchdowns in the last 4 games. I'll take Doug Martin in that. Continuous carries, it's more guaranteed production comparatively to guys like Reynolds and Nelson. All right. Is James Conner going to play tomorrow? Should I start Njoku at tight end over Samuels? I don't think James Conner is going to play. Now, if he ends up playing, there's an issue, right? You're out of tight end. I'm assuming you're playing in a Yahoo format, so that'll be a little tough. But off top of my head, I would say probably Conner won't play tomorrow. Let me see this report. Let me get the quote from it. I read it earlier today. It says, on NFL Game Day kickoff shows Steelers James Conner, listed as questionable with an ankle injury, is unlikely to play against the Patriots, source said. He should be good for Week 16. I don't know. I don't think they're going to rush him back from a high ankle sprain. Chances are he might even come back and re-aggravate the injury, and then Samuels is back in, so you could just stick with Samuels. I'm not sure. But here's the thing. The Broncos, they give up a good amount of points. Okay, well, actually, no, that's false. Technically, they give up a good amount of points to the tight end position, but that's only because Kittle dropped 30 on them last week, so we'll see. It's 50-50, but I'd rather have Samuels, especially if he's the starting running back of that team. Let's see. T-minus 20. Yep. Damn, you guys were in here for a while, huh? Okay. Let's see. Okay, put that. I've done that question already. Flex PPR, DJ Moore, Sony Michel. I'm taking Sony Michel. I don't care if it's a PPR. I'd rather have the guy that's going to get 20 touches a game. Even though James Devlin's been a vulture, I'll take Sony Michel between those two. Njoku, Samuels, or Thomas. I'm assuming that's Ian Thomas at tight end. Again, this is the same guy asking the question. I'll take Samuels, to be honest. Okay, let's say, for example, okay, Conner plays tomorrow by some God's will. you still have Ian Thomas to play on Monday night, so you'll be able to take out Samuels and put in Thomas. So that's fine. But otherwise, expect to play Samuels. Let's see. Sony Michel, yep, okay. Starting Maguire today in a standard. Is that good, or Ito Smith? All right, Gevorg, let's see. Off the top of my head, okay, so here's the thing. Maguire plays against the Texans. We know the Texans' defense, they're up front. They don't give up many yards to the running back. In fact, I don't think they've given up more than 60 rushing yards to a singular running back in over 8 weeks, right? So chances are Maguire is going to struggle, but that's not where Maguire is going to find value, because obviously the Texans are going to get up early, and I expect, to be honest, Maguire to be used in the passing game. We know Isaiah Crowell is out with that injured his foot. He was in a boot all week long. So as of right now, Maguire is not a bad play in a standard, but if he's not getting those points for per reception, I would rather go Ito Smith in a standard scoring format. All right, let's see here. What are the questions we got? I'm scrolling, people. Don't worry, I'll get down there. How about James White versus Doug Martin in a 1-point PPR? At the flex position, I'm going with James White. I'm honestly, yes, this last week against the Dolphins, he was pretty much a no-show. They barely used him within the offense. Any of the targets that he got were on the floor because Tom Brady was just making bad passes. So as of right now, I'll take James White over Doug Martin, because if Doug Martin doesn't find the end zone, he ends up being pretty much worthless. And he's not going to really catch any balls because Jalen Richard is usually the guy to take care of that. What the heck? There's like mustache hair getting into my nose. It's pissing me off right now. Let's see here. What else we got? I'm not trying to miss any questions, so I'm scrolling really. New England's backfield is frustrating. Raiders are trash, but Cincinnati defense? Yeah, no, that's a good point. The Cincinnati defense is really not good. Okay, they haven't been good in the last couple of weeks, and there's a pretty good opportunity that Doug Martin has a decent game, but if he doesn't catch or score that touchdown, it becomes kind of a useless play. All right, let's see. Whoa, why did it update? Oh, my goodness. Oh, goodness. Okay, I just saw that there's like 1,000 questions. Oh, my. Okay, so I was literally scrolling very slowly. All of a sudden, boom, updates. And I'm sitting here, and there's a lot more questions than I expected. Elijah McGuire over JL, full PPR? No, I'll take JL. Oh, yeah. You know what? That's a good question. Immediately, I'm thinking JL could be, but Elijah McGuire is going to be the starting running back. He is going to get guaranteed touches. Last week, he had, 20 touches throughout the entire game? That's something that JL will never see. So Elijah McGuire, especially in a PPR, when they're going to have to pass the ball, Darnold's going to have to look for the check down many times throughout this game. I wouldn't mind it, especially because I don't trust JL for anything. Let's see. Fairbairn or Tucker at kicker? I'll take Keamy Fairbairn. They're going to score a lot tonight. So either way, they're going to get down the field, and they'll eventually get into field goal range. He's been a monster all season long. I understand what Tucker and the Ravens, they play against Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So that's not a bad play either. So it's really just, it's a coin toss on kickers, guys. I'm not going to tell you, hey, this kicker is going to for sure be better. It just depends. If you get down to the 30-yard line and you get sacked twice, boom, there's 3 points. So you never know. All right. Dixon or Gus Edwards? Okay, here's the thing that I've been telling everybody for the last couple weeks. Gus Edwards is never going to catch a ball out of the backfield. That is a given. Ty Montgomery this past week didn't do anything in the passing game, but they really just didn't have to. As of right now, Dixon is going to get more touches out of the backfield, but I'm still going with Gus Edwards. There's nothing to tell me that Gus Edwards is not going to continue to get as many carries as he has. He's going to get 15 plus. He's looked good all season long. As of the last couple of weeks since Lamar Jackson got his start, Gus Edwards has been that, the number one option within their offense. So I think they'll consistently stay with him. Obviously, Dixon will get some touches here and there, but I'll keep Gus Edwards in the lineup. Thank you. You're live. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate it. Now I'm only seeing that because I've only just scrolled down this far. Appreciate that, guys, for all of you who were letting me know. All right, let's see here. Russell Wilson or Matt Ryan? Okay. Russell Wilson plays against the 49ers defense, okay? He did that 2 weeks ago, had 4 passing touchdowns on 11 passing completions. To be honest, I think it's an easy matchup. He probably has the safer floor comparatively to Matt Ryan. Playing against the Cardinals, it's not going to be much of a problem for Matt Ryan. I'm sure he'll play well, especially with the news that Julio Jones is fully healthy and ready to go. But I'm sticking with Russell Wilson between those two. He's been great all season, and I expect him to be great this game against the 49ers. Let's see. Stop chewing gum. Thank you very much. I will do that. That's hilarious. Oh, my God. Yeah, I forgot that gum was in my mouth. That's a good point. And I'm sure this mic has been picking it up the entire time. All right, let's see here. What's up, bro? You're live. Okay, great. Thank you. How's everybody doing? All right. Okay, dokie. Okay, Chris Carson or Lamar Miller? No, go with Chris Carson. I understand that Lamar Miller looks juicy today, but Chris Carson playing against the 49ers, that team, that entire Seahawks team, they dictate their entire offense via the run. I understand Lamar Miller could potentially be good, but Alfred Blue's been taking too many carries away. He's been getting goal line touches. There's a potential that Lamar Miller ends up without a touchdown because of the fact that Alfred Blue is being used so heavily within this offense that we didn't really expect. Moving on, let's see. Robbie Anderson or Deshaun Hamilton, Dante Pettis. Between those three, I'm not playing Robbie Anderson. I can guarantee you that I will never have Robbie Anderson in the lineup. That's too much for me. So I'll probably go with Dante Pettis this weekend against the Seahawks. Got the Texans defense and kicker. How do I feel about them? The defense is going to be fantastic. The kicker is always determined on how bad the offense gets when they get down the field. So I'm sure they'll have some hiccups here. A couple weeks ago, Fairbairn had I think he made 6 field goals in a game. I'm sure he'll be fine. Let me see here. What else we got? All right, this dude says, I'm so fucked. I'm missing OBJ, Melvin Gordon, Spencer Ware, Austin Eckler, and maybe even T.Y. Hilton. T.Y. is going to play. Don't worry about that. How much upside does Diggs and Calvin Ridley have? Well, Diggs is obviously the better of the two. Yes, he might be the number 2 receiver on that Vikings team, but he continues to see a good amount of touches and targets. As of right now, Diggs should be in your lineup. Calvin Ridley, on the other hand, man, I wouldn't touch Calvin Ridley. I'm sure T.Y. Hilton's going to play, so just go with Diggs and Hilton. Robbie Anderson or Elijah McGuire. I'm taking Elijah McGuire. The Robbie Anderson is pretty much a one-play kind of guy. He can one play, 70-yard touchdown, and his week is completely made. But what do we have to rely upon that tells us that Robbie Anderson is going to do that today? I'd rather go with the touches. Elijah McGuire is going to get his, so I'll go with McGuire between those two. Some great calls this year, and I've had some terrible calls as well. Okay, don't remind me of those. I've said some things that I wish I could take away forever. Let's move on. Let's see. Chris Carson, Lamar Miller. Yeah, for sure. I'll take Chris Carson between the two. I understand, you might be thinking, okay, Chris Carson, Lamar Miller. Yes, you mentioned that Alfred Blue could potentially steal some carries, but in the same vein, there's also Rashad Penny on the other side who could take some carries. I'm not worried about Penny. Chris Carson's been great all year, and they'll be fine with Carson out of the backfield. Yes, play the Texans kicker and defense. Oh, yeah, play the Texans kicker. Yeah, go for that. Tyler Boyd or Tyler Lockett. I'll take Tyler Lockett. Playing against the Raiders may look like a juicy matchup for Tyler Boyd, but he just hasn't been that consistent with A.J. Green gone, so we'll go with Tyler Lockett. Dak or Lamar Jackson, I'm assuming. Yeah, it has to be Lamar Jackson. Just in a PPR, guys. If you're telling me which quarterback to play that you're considering playing, you don't need to tell me that it's a PPR league, guys. It has nothing to do with quarterbacks. PPR is point per reception. Unless Dak Prescott's catching the ball out of the backfield, I doubt he's going to be able to cash in on those points. Either way, between the two, Lamar Jackson plays against the terrible Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense, while on the other side, Dak has to go against the Colts. I'm sure that Colts game I don't know how that game's going to go. both of them have pretty decent defenses. Obviously, the Cowboys have been looking better and better as the weeks have gone by. But between the two, I'm going to take Lamar Jackson. Honestly, I think he has the better upside. On the other hand, if Dak Prescott can't throw the ball and get it to Amari Cooper on a big play, he's practically worthless. Because really, like, majority of those plays that he made last week, he had 12 passes completed to Ezekiel Elliott. So he was just checking the ball down every single time until those 2 big plays or 3 big plays that Amari Cooper was able to make. I'll take Jackson with his legs making some points against the Buccaneers. Gus Dixon or Sproles? I need the win, fam. Okay, let me see what I can do here. I'm assuming, because you haven't said if it's a PPR or a standard, it doesn't really matter, actually. I'm taking Gus Edwards. I don't think that Sproles is going to get many touches. Yes, he's looked decent in the last couple of weeks, but that's because he has like 1 catch for a touchdown, and it makes his week look decent. But yeah, I'll take Gus over Dixon between those two, and Gus for sure over Sproles. Who do I start in the running back position? Gus Edwards or James White? Again, this is tough, because if you play in a PPR, James White could be good, but then again, we haven't seen. I mean, yeah, if we're playing in a full PPR, I'd go with White. If we're playing in like a half or a standard league, we're going with Gus Edwards. Let's see. Livestream, baby. Yep, this is the first one, man. I was possessed today. I was feeling good. I thought, you know what? It's Saturday. We have some football games to watch. Why not watch it with the homies? Relax, answer some questions, see what we can do. All right. Let's see. What's this next question? We have Russell Wilson or Goff. Okay. Like I mentioned before, Russell Wilson, right? He has the guaranteed safe floor against the 49ers defense that's not really going to be able to stop them. On the other hand, we have Goff, who's coming off of 2 weeks in which he looked like a rookie in the last 2 weeks. We saw rookie year Jared Goff make a surprise appearance in the last 2 games against the Lions and the Bears. Now, is he going to be able to do, at least play well this week? I mean, this Eagles secondary is awful. So they've been banged up with too many injuries, and as of right now, I'm going to go with, I'll go with Goff right now. But it's really close. I think both of the plays are great, but I'll go with Goff. But I'm going with Goff. Final answer. Curtis Samuel or Marlon Mack? Ooh, okay. To be honest, Marlon Mack's matchup is not looking good. The Cowboys, I think, from the stats that I saw, haven't given up many yards to the running back position in a lot of weeks. I think the most rushing yards they've given was like 50, and it was 4 weeks ago. So they've been pretty good against the run game. As of right now, I'm not thinking that Marlon Mack's going to have a breakout game. So to be honest, Curtis Samuel against that Saints secondary, I'll take Curtis Samuel between the two. Obviously, Marlon Mack is the guaranteed touches, but I don't expect him to do much. Let's see, Aaron Jones or T.Y. Hilton. Okay. As of right now, if you play in a standard, you're obviously going with the running back. But in a half-point PPR, in a full-point PPR, I'm taking T.Y. Hilton. I don't care about the Cowboys secondary playing well. From what we've seen in the last 4 weeks from T.Y. Hilton, last week he had 199 receiving yards, okay, on 10-plus targets. So, and then the 2 weeks prior to that, let me go ahead and pull these stats up because it's honestly ridiculous. T.Y. Hilton is back to form, ladies and gentlemen. He's looked really good, and to be honest, I don't think he's slowing down just because of this matchup. It's in, if I'm not mistaken, it's in a dome stadium, so we won't have to worry about it. I know he's been questionable, so if they pull him, but the stats in the last couple weeks, against the Tennessee Titans in Week 11, 9 receptions for 155, 2 touchdowns. The week after that, 7 receptions, 125 against the Miami Dolphins. The week after that, 8 receptions for 77 yards against the Jacksonville Jaguars. And this past week against the Houston Texans, 9 receptions for 199 yards. He's been too good, guys. So I'll take Hilton over Jones this week. What do I do with the tight end position? I got Vance McDonald, Kyle Rudolph, and Austin Hooper. You know, I hate the tight end position so much because if you don't have Ertz, Kittle, Kelsey as of right now, you're practically you're digging for garbage. And I'll just, goodness, between those three, Vance McDonald, Kyle Rudolph, or Austin Hooper, goodness. I'm going to say flip a 3-sided coin or get a dice. Have Vance McDonald be 1 and 2. Have Rudolph be 3 and 4, and have Hooper be 5 and 6. Roll the dice. You can do best 2 or 3. I don't care, but go with that because honestly, I'm shooting in the dark with tight ends. Robbie Anderson, or I already went over that question. Chris Carson, lost OBJ. Do I start Sutton or Pettis? We'll go with Pettis on that. Yeah, for sure. Gabriel Fonseca, yeah. We'll go with Dante Pettis over Cortland Sutton on that one. Paul, what's up? Keenan Allen goes down, pretty much cost me the season unless I get lucky. Yeah, imagine that. For those of you who have, I even mentioned it on Wednesday. He'd caught 5 touchdowns in a row. For 5 consecutive weeks, he had a touchdown in every single game. Okay, so everything pointed to Keenan Allen having a great week on Thursday. But he just happened to get injured, and that concussion, the ever-elusive concussion, knocked him out of the game. It's really unfortunate, but that's fantasy football. We can't really do anything about it. We can hope that the other guys on our team can step up, but you never know. Miller gets vultured at the goal line, absolutely. Okay, let's see. Half-point PPR, need a flex. Sproles or Dixon? I'll take Kenneth Dixon between the two. PPR flex, DJ Moore, Carson, or Henry. I'm assuming that's Chris Carson, so we will take Chris Carson. Now, between DJ Moore and Henry, oh my goodness. Am I actually seeing this? Attababy. Well, I'll address that in a second. But between Carson and Henry, for sure Chris Carson. Derrick Henry's going to have a good game. He's going to see more work. Obviously, you can't come off of a 240 rushing yard performance and not be rewarded for it. So we'll definitely see Derrick Henry get some usage, but I'll take Chris Carson over DJ Moore and Henry. Lockett or Laundry? We'll go with Tyler Lockett between the two. Let's see. Yep, Seahawks are playing the 49ers, people. Start your Hawks. Absolutely, Deshaun B. That's exactly what I'm saying. You kind of have to. Start. If you have the Seahawks defense, start them up. If you have the Seahawks kicker, start them up. Like, honestly, Wilson, Carson, and Lockett, they need to play. Baldwin and David Moore, stay away from them. Rashad Penny, nah. We're gonna play the normals. Let's see, what else we got here. Oh my. There's a $5 donation from, my goodness, thank you very much to, oh my God, Christian. Oh my goodness. So as you can see, there is a donation little thing. It's called Super Chat. Feel free to use that, guys, if you want to show your appreciation, but you definitely don't have to. But Christian coming in clean with a $5 donation. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. All right, let's see. Other questions. What do we got here? We have Aaron Jones or David Johnson, Josh Gordon, or DJ Moore. Okay, between those four, I don't know. Jesus, why did it update and moved my cursor all the way down? What the hell? Okay, let's see here. Who's announcing this game? They have Nate Burleson announcing the game. Okay, there you go, Nate. Okay, so what do we have here? We have Curtis Samuel or Aaron Jones. We're taking Aaron Jones between those two, even though Curtis Samuel has the easier matchup per se. Aaron Jones gets the guaranteed touches, and I'm going to ride with Aaron Jones, even though, yes, it's against the Bears. I'll take him. Aaron Jones or David Johnson. We'll take, honestly, I want to say David Johnson, but goodness, man, he has not been consistent enough for me to full-heartedly say, yeah, that is the better play. even though I have them like at a pretty big discrepancy difference between in my rankings, I'm still not convinced David Johnson is going to be able to pull out a fantastic week. But to be honest, between the two, I have to stay. Yeah, I can't with a good conscience say, Aaron Jones versus the Bears is a good matchup. So I'll just take David Johnson. Josh Gordon over DJ Moore. Yeah, I'll take Josh Gordon over DJ Moore. What else we have here? Aaron Jones or T.Y. Hilton. I've already answered that. T.Y. Hilton for sure. Curtis Samuel or Alshon Jeffrey. I'll take Alshon. Even though Nick Foles is going to be the starting quarterback, I 100% believe Alshon is going to be. I mean, they have a rapport. We've seen them in the Super Bowl and throughout the playoffs, the end of last season. They can be good together. So I'll take Alshon. Bro, huge fan. Been watching since the beginning of the year. Hooper or Uzama? I don't want to touch Uzama. I don't care if it's a good matchup against the Raiders. Give me Austin Hooper between those two. Uzama has not done anything this season. You'd think, you know what, Tyler Eifert went down. Tyler Kroft went down. You're the only tight end left on the roster. You should be able to do something fantasy-wise. No, he's been garbage. I don't want him on my team. He's just a cancer. Let's see. Sutton or Pettis? Give me Pettis. Watson or Dak? I'll take Watson. Jones is going to get stuffed by the Bears D-line. I 100% agree. Watson or Lamar Jackson? I'll take Deshaun Watson over Lamar Jackson. Who should I start? McGuire or Mack? Goodness, McGuire's probably the better play between the two because of how. But it's a standard league, so it really just depends on touchdown upside. I'll still take McGuire between those two. So glad you're doing a live stream. Cheers. Good luck. Thank you very much. Appreciate it, Mike. Let's see. Lockett or Doug Martin? We'll take Tyler Lockett 100% of the time. It's not even close. Would you play Robbie Anderson in a half-point PPR? I will not play Robbie Anderson. I can't. I don't want to play it. Look, of all the Jets that I'm willing to play, it's probably like on a tiered list. It's Elijah McGuire, and then we have Chris Herndon, and then maybe, what's his name? Goodness gracious, Robbie Anderson. I hate Chris Collinsworth. Yes, great. Join the club, dude. I'm telling you. Andrew's in the house. Window blinds closed edition. That's right, because you never know who's gonna walk by and try to troll me. I'm telling you, people. My info says Connor's out. Yep, it could be. Jason Witten is horrible too. Yeah. Jason Witten, sometimes he just can't help his bias, and he's an asshole sometimes. Some of the stuff that comes out of his mouth, he's just like ragging on players. Like, yeah, I pancaked that dude last year. He's terrible. I'm just the best. It's like, okay, relax, Jason. Like, you don't play anymore. Relax. Let's see here. Andrew Luck or Watson. Either way, both are going to be great plays. I expect both of them to be good. The thing is, if you started Watson, right, the only downside of playing him, because this is a good matchup, is that potentially Lamar Miller or Alfred Blue could steal touchdowns. Now, on the other side of the ball, we have Andrew Luck playing against the Cowboys. The Cowboys defense, they don't give up much in the running game. Wow, that is what did he get just sacked? Out of baby Jay Watt. I'm watching the game, by the way, people. So I'll comment, I'll put some commentary on it. Just mute the game, and I'll commentate over it, and we'll get it done. Let's see. But either way, Andrew Luck playing against the Cowboys. Cowboys defense loves to stop the run. It's going to force Andrew Luck to have to pass the ball as much as he possibly can in order to pick up the win. I'll take Luck. But honestly, if you played Watson, you just better hope Lamar Miller doesn't steal some touchdowns. One is fine, but he can't steal more than two. Last minute call, Wilson or Watson. I probably would have went with Wilson off of the safety of it. Just as I mentioned 10 seconds ago, if Lamar Miller shows up and starts stealing touchdowns, we got problems. So Wilson is probably my suggestion, but Watson's not far behind. Honestly, could have just as good, if not better, of a game. Let's see, Russell Wilson or Drew Brees. Let's see. You streaming the game on YouTube? I literally cannot stream the game. Do you guys ever have you ever had that before you watch a football game, or when it goes to commercial, they put up that little ad where it says like, without the express written consent of the NFL, you cannot broadcast or redistribute, NFL, whatever. Yeah, I can't stream the game here. I'm watching the game, but I cannot stream the game here. YouTube will rip me down and take my money away, okay? And they'd probably sue me. Anyway, Russell Wilson, Drew Brees. I'll take Brees in that matchup, but Wilson is a safe play. Brees can obviously, man, he's been terrible in the last couple of weeks, but I'll take Brees between the two. Connor's out. Yep, a lot of people are saying that. Let's see. Is there a new update that Andrew perhaps missed in the last 10 minutes? Let's go ahead and check this out. Because if he's out, then, many of you playing Samuel, bada boom. Easy. Oh, my goodness. Look at Deshaun Watson. I keep saying Deshaun Jackson, man. Pisses me off. Let me see here. Where is His Holiness James Conner? Are you out this week? It says doubtful. Yeah, he's probably going to be out. Let's see here. Let's move some of these questions. I'm trying to get to the live questions, people. I'm trying to get down there. Lamar Miller, James White. Probably would have went with Lamar Miller. James White in a standard league is not good at all. Hasn't been, consistent enough in a standard league since Michelle got back. Cooks or Woods? So Brandon Cooks or Robert Woods? Between the two, probably go with Robert Woods. Cooks hasn't really been. They're just triple covering him every single game. I expect them to do the same against the Rams this week, so I'll take Robert Woods between the two. Let's see. Robert Foster, Deshaun Hamilton in a full PPR. Hamilton will probably get more receptions, but Robert Foster is that take the top off the defense kind of speed in which he's going to have one big play or a couple big plays in order to basically win him. Oh, my God. What a catch by goodness gracious. DeAndre Hopkins, man. I'm telling you, he's my number one wide receiver for a reason. The Jets can't stop anybody. I bet you he catches a touchdown in the next 10 seconds, but we'll see. But anyway, as I was mentioning, between Hamilton and Foster in a full PPR, probably go with Hamilton if you're just looking for the safe play. And if you're already down from the Thursday night game and like projection-wise, you're looking like you're going to lose potentially, Robert Foster is the big upside ceiling play. Shepard or Drake, I'll take Kenyon Drake on that. Shepard, even with Odell gone last week, he had like 2 receptions for 12 yards and a touchdown. That's not good enough. I can't trust Eli to get it done. Corey Davis, what was that? Deshaun Hamilton, Corey Davis, Cortland Sutton, or Robertson. I don't even know who Robertson is. So we'll take Corey Davis. Let's see. Jackson or Breeze? Give me Breeze in that. Robbie Anderson, half-point PPR, Mr. Andrew. No, thank you. Curtis Samuel, Tyler Lockett. We'll take Tyler Lockett. Should I play Mike Evans or Josh Gordon in the flex? Lamar Miller is down. I can confirm Lamar Miller is down. He's taking off the gloves. Something's wrong. Here comes Alfred Blue. Damn it, Lamar Miller, I swear. Don't give us another injury and a reason to hate fantasy football, please. Mike Evans or Josh Gordon? I'll take Josh Gordon in a standard league. Thoughts on Chris Herndon? Yeah, he's the second best option fantasy-wise for the Jets. If you play him, you're 100% relying on Sam Darnold. And personally, I don't want to have to rely on Sam Darnold. I don't want to have to rely on Josh Rosen to make passing plays. Those kind of guys, those rookies that are just not good enough yet, I don't want to rely upon them, so I'll just keep those guys out of my lineup personally. Lots of chat, no like. That's right, people. Chris Palmer coming in the clutch. Everybody smash that damn like button or I'm going to stop the stream right now. I'm not playing. I better see some likes. Hit the chat right now. Thank you, Chris Palmer. Much appreciated, dude. Deshaun Watson drops back and makes a mistake. Oh, my goodness. No. Wait, they called him down? I'm about to start yelling. They called him down? You're kidding me. The guy didn't get him on the ground. All right, let me see this. Either way, for those of you who started Kaimi Fairbairn, get ready for 3 points or 4 points, depending on what kind of scoring format you play in. What? The NFL refs are literally controlling games with the damn whistle. It is so That's so upsetting. Kimi Fairbairn drops back. Get in there. Boom. Let's go. 3 points on the board. Texans up. Let's see where this goes. All right, back to the questions, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Big day. Started Allen. Got 0 points. Pick up QB Allen, Jackson, or Winston. Yeah, Josh Allen. I think between the three, he has the biggest upside of completely going off because of the rushing yards. If he ends up with 2 passing touchdowns and like 80 rushing yards, he's going to have the best week between the three. Smash that like button. That's right, Jesse Dominguez. Add a baby. Let's bring it up. Let's go, guys. Bring that smash the like button. Bring the likes up. That's what we want to see. Kirk Cousins or Baker Mayfield? I'll take Cousins this week. Baker Mayfield has not looked good in the last 2 weeks. The offense has sputtered a little bit. Honestly, I think it's just going to be a completely just defensive ran game. It's going to be Phillip Lindsay versus Nick Chubb. Who can run the ball better and which defense can stop the run? Obviously, Baker is good. He has looked better as the weeks have gone by, but I can't trust him enough. Not over Kirk Cousins, who have guys like Cook, Rudolph, Thielen, and Diggs surrounding him to help him at least be more fantasy relevant this week. Sutton, Pettis, or Curtis Samuel? Goodness gracious. To be honest, it's between Pettis and Curtis Samuel. It's pretty much a toss-up. Goodness. I don't know, man. Something that Sutton did last week. I don't like him anymore. He looks slow. He's not able to get open. And they were playing against a pretty sorry secondary last week. In the 49ers, still, that team looked bad. So as of right now, I'll probably take Pettis or Samuel. I don't know. It's a coin flip. Who's catching that touchdown, right? Pettis is the #1 wide receiver there. So chances are it's him. But Curtis Samuel could have a big play. Can be used in those end around, jet sweep plays. We'll see. Kirk or Baker? Yeah, Kirk Cousins for sure. Hamilton or Curtis Samuels? We'll take Curtis Samuels. I'm not convinced on wide receivers for the for Case Keenum. I can't for the life of me subscribe to that. I understand they played well last week, but I'm not convinced. Russell or Goff? Russell Wilson or Jared Goff? We'll go with let's say, for example, you're down, right? Let's say, for example, the guy you played against this week had Damian Williams or Justin Jackson, right? And he had a monster week, right? You're going with Jared Goff, okay? On the other hand, if in fact he had like Tyreek Hill or he had Travis Kelce have a bum week or Keenan Allen, you're going to play Russell Wilson for the safety. Russell Wilson's going to get 2 touchdowns. Now, Jared Goff has the upside of 3 to 4. We'll see what happens. Okay. Lamar Miller, Kenneth Dixon. It's too late now. Lamar Miller got hurt, so feels bad. I hate you, Lamar Miller, so much. Sutton is a disappointment. Absolutely agree. Great review selecting Doug Martin over. Yeah, I don't trust Josh Reynolds or Jordy Nelson. Jordy Nelson away from the Packers is pretty much not Jordy Nelson. He's just a shell of himself, and Reynolds is not even close to Cooper Kupp's value. Corey Davis over Sutton and Roberson. Okay, Roberson? Who the hell is Roberson now? Roberson's a basketball player, right? I swear Roberson plays for the Thunder. Mark Ingram or David Johnson. Give me DJ. I have Ebron. Is Njoku a solid flex this week between him, Kenneth Dixon, or Josh Adams? I'd probably take Josh Adams or Kenneth Dixon over Njoku 100%. Both will get way more touches than Njoku this week. Between the two, Dixon and Adams, I'll take Josh Adams. Goodness gracious. I'm watching this game, and Sam Darnold looks so bad. The pass rush is getting to him, right? Obviously, J.J. Watt, Clowney, they're going to get after it. Whitley Merciless, they're going to get after him, but goodness, he is not looking good. It updated again. Damn it, dude. I don't even know where I was. I lost my position, ladies and gentlemen. I lost my position. Oh my goodness. There's so many questions here, people. Wait, where was I? Holy moly. Where was I? Where the heck? Oh goodness. Did I lose my spot that badly? Okay, here we are. Holy... Guys, you guys are spamming. Okay, I'm going to go through these questions quick. No more explanations, okay? So, as I mentioned before, we're taking David Johnson over Mark Ingram this week. Doug Martin or James White. James White in a full point PPR. Otherwise, I want Doug Martin. Let's see. David Njoku, Ian Thomas, or Cameron Brate in a full point PPR. I'll take Ian Thomas in the full point PPR. DJ Moore or Gus Edwards. We'll take Gus Edwards in a 0.25 PPR. Yeah, Gus Edwards. Alfred. Is it PPR? What? Okay, you're asking somebody else a question. Never mind. Should I play Mike Evans or Josh Gordon? Yeah, Josh Gordon. Baker, Kirk, or Trubisky. You know what? I've changed my mind on Trubisky. 3 of the last 4 weeks, the Packers have given up 3 or more passing touchdowns to the opposing quarterback. The only week in which they didn't was against Josh Rosen. Josh Rosen's a garbage can. I'm going with Trubisky over Kirk Cousins and Baker Mayfield this week. Rams defense against Foles or Ravens against the Buccaneers? Ooh, that's a good question. Give me the Ravens against the Buccaneers. Tyler Boyd, McGuire, at this point, probably in a half-point PPR, I probably would have told you to go with McGuire or Boyd. Probably would have told you to go with McGuire because of how many touches he potentially is going to get this game, but we'll see what he ends up with. We're going quickly. Tyler Lockett, Mike Evans in a standard. Give me Tyler Lockett. Has more touchdown upside. Aaron Jones or Curtis Samuel? Aaron Jones, not even close. Derrick Henry, Deshaun Hamilton. Derrick Henry. Thoughts on Chris Herndon? Hopefully he catches 1 pass today. Let's see here. Bucks played against the Ravens. Try to steer away. Exactly. Ravens D or Titans D this week. With OBJ out, I honestly think the Titans are going to stack the box. They're going to make Eli have to get rid of the ball as soon as he possibly can. That will lead to a lot of dump-off passes to Saquon Barkley. But honestly, I think I might take the Titans defense this week over the Ravens. But then again, they're both really good plays. Let's see. Corey Davis, Marlon Mack. We'll take Corey Davis this week. Dalvin Cook or Chris Carson. I'll probably go with Chris Carson. But, man, the Miami defense, they're not good against the run. I know they stopped Sony Michel this past week, but did Chris Herndon just catch a ball? That's not even Chris Herndon. That's some other tight end. Goodness gracious. Famous Jameis turnover. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that is probably going to happen. We're scrolling, people. Sony Michel, Elijah McGuire. It would have been Sony Michel. Just go look at the rankings. Are you worried about the Bears' defense? Aaron Rodgers doesn't throw interceptions. Yeah, he doesn't throw interceptions, but they also don't throw for first downs, man. That offense does not look good. I know they looked great last week. They put 30 points on the board. They had just fired Mike McCarthy, but they played against the Falcons' defense, right? When you walk into a matchup against the Bears, it's not going to be a walk in the park. I'm sure the Bears are going to get after them. Let's see. Mike Evans or Pettis? Mike Evans for sure. Derrick Henry or Chris Carson? Chris Carson between the two. Bills defense or Broncos defense? Give me, man, it's kind of a toss-up, but I'll take the, just give me the Bills defense. I don't think Matthew Stafford's good enough. Aaron Jones or T.Y. Hilton? Give me T.Y. Chris Carson, guys, 49ers D-line is terrible. You know, the 49ers used, if I'm not mistaken, in the last 5 years, they've used at least 3 of them first-round picks on defensive linemen. They went and got like DeForest Buckner. They went and got the kid out of Stanford. Last year? Yeah, last year. Solomon Thomas or something like that. They went picked his ass up, and still their defense is terrible. It's insane. Hey, look who's coming in clutch with a $5 donation. My boy Soy Sauce. Let's go, baby. Much appreciated. And I'll go ahead and read his comment. In the semifinals, because of you, love your channel. Thank you very much, Soy Sauce. I appreciate it a lot. $5 goes a long way. It will buy me dinner tonight, baby. Woo! Thank you very much. I'm glad I could help you out this season. All right, let's see here. Woods or Cooks? I'm taking Robert Woods. Lindsey or Carson? Ooh, that's a good question. I'll go with Philip Lindsay this week. Philip Lindsay's a monster. I know last week he struggled a little bit against the 49ers defense, but that was just an offensive lapse. I think Lindsay's going to find his feet and be able to carry your fantasy squad this week. I'll take Philip Lindsay between those two. Lamar Jackson or Dak Prescott? I think Lamar Jackson has the higher upside if, in fact, he gets to start moving his legs and find some value there. Otherwise, the safe play is Dak Prescott. Between the two, I would start Lamar Jackson. Let's see here. We have Lamar or Kennedy. Yeah, it's already too late. Man, I got to get through these. Should have kept the gum in. The show. Should I keep the gum in? It's right here. It's starting to crystallize, okay? We don't need it in the show. Sony Michel or Elijah McGuire. Yeah, Sony Michel, definitely for sure, because you just have to go check my rankings. I had him way above Elijah this week, despite all of these touchdown woes that he's had in the last couple weeks. I've already asked my share of starter sits. So here's another kind. Will Connor start tomorrow? Or play tomorrow at least? I doubt it. Now that he's gotten the doubtful tag, right, chances are he's probably not going to play. He did have a limited practice yesterday. If, in fact, he goes through warm-ups today, then they'll probably fly him out. Oh, no, they're playing at home. They're not going to fly him out anywhere. They'll probably have him warm up before the game just to see if he's ready. But, yeah, I don't expect him to play. T.Y. or Hilton or Elijah McGuire? Guys, that's an easy question. T.Y. Hilton's a monster. Play T.Y. Hilton. I've already asked. Okay, yeah, we went over that. Galladay or Jordy Nelson? Just imagine that we've gotten to the point where we have to ask if the number one wide receiver of the Lions is better than Jordy Nelson on the Raiders. Dude, that's fantasy football, right? It's unfortunate, but we've gotten to that point. I'll take Galladay between the two. Mike Evans or DJ Moore? Give me Mike Evans. Let's see. Answer to the Houston, whatever questions. Yeah, I probably should have answered all those questions, but guys, there are literally so many questions here. It is taking forever. Yeah, I probably wouldn't have played Robbie Anderson. I'll tell you that much. Aaron Jones, yes. I mean, he's going to have a tough matchup this week, but if he has to play on your team, then go for it, Seattle's kicker, I'm very excited. Yeah, Sebastian Janikowski's been good this season. He looks like the thickest kicker in the league, but he's getting there. Stay away from the Jets' offense. Yes, I agree. It's a tough matchup, man. The Texans' defense has been pretty good. They give up a lot of points last week to the Colts, but still, the Colts are one of the better offenses in the league. Let's see here. Let's see what here. Pick one in a PPR flex. We have Alshon, Boyd, Reynolds, or Coleman. Give me Alshon Jeffrey. I know Boyd can be decent, but give me Alshon. Watson or Jackson this week? Yep. Too late for that question. Are you subscribed to the Sports Fury? They give commentary on live games. Yeah. So be it. I'm answering questions. Let's see here. Chubb or Cohen in a standard? We'll go with Nick Chubb. I am Sasquatch 84. Yeah, that's a great name. But yeah, Nick Chubb. Let's see. Andrew, should I start Thomas or Vance McDonald? Ian Thomas? Yeah, take Ian Thomas over Vance McDonald this week. Sony Michel or DJ Moore? DJ Moore. Sorry, no. We're going with Sony Michel between the two. Goff or Wilson? I've already explained that. Hopefully, we've listened to the explanation 1,000 times. Rashad Penny, blah, blah, blah. Okay, we're going to try to start scrolling and see if we can skip some of these. Wait, are the Jets really making a run at this? Oh, my goodness. Someone get Elijah McGuire in the end zone, please. Watson or Goff? Goodness, I got down here too late, guys. This is the first live stream, okay? So just forgive me if, in fact, I didn't answer your question quick enough. My bad, guys. All right, let's see here. Okay. We have Dak Prescott or Cam Newton. That's a good question. I'm taking Cam. To be honest, I understand he's been injured a little bit here and there, but I'll take Cam Newton. You're feeling dangerous? Yeah, I'm not feeling that dangerous. Baker Mayfield might, but I'm not feeling like that. Let's see. What? What the hell kind of question is this? Clown or clown from it? Homie D clown or clown from it? I have no idea what the first one is, but the clown from it, that dude, the prosthetic work on that guy, my goodness. If that thing was running down a hallway from you, you'd have to just sweep his legs, get on the top mount, and just start dropping elbows on him. The ground and pound people. Frank Gore, Neem Hines. We'll take Frank Gore between the two. Yeah, Coop. Yeah, there you go. Josh Allen or Kirk Cousins. I'll take Kirk Cousins, but that's just a safer play. I can't trust Josh Allen. Personally, can't trust him. But, you know, if you're willing to roll the dice, you've done it in the last couple of weeks and it's paid off for you, go for it. Because obviously he's playing way better than Kirk Cousins has as of late. So I start Josh Adams or Elijah McGuire. To be honest, or what is that? Or Baldwin, Tate, or Laundry? Okay, so between Elijah McGuire and Josh Adams, that's pretty much, goodness gracious. They both go against tough defenses. But Elijah McGuire has all the carries, so I probably would have suggested him. Baldwin, Tate, or Laundry. We'll take Laundry between those three. Let's see. PPR, Baker, or Watson. Guys, PPR does not matter for quarterbacks. But yeah, we would have taken Watson between the two. Lost Gordon, Connor in the playoffs. I have Aaron Jones, Sony Michel, or Edelman. Edelman and Pettis. Okay, so yeah, we'll take Aaron Jones, Sony Michel, and Edelman. Leave Pettis on the bench. Curtis Samuel or Deshaun Hamilton. Give me Curtis Samuel. Does Breeze bounce back, or do I start Lamar Jackson? I think he'll bounce back. Yeah, to be honest, after Lamar Jackson left the game last week with an injury, kind of gives me a little bit of a hesitation to play him. If in fact he's so injury prone and he's going to end up leaving the game at halftime because he gets hit some way, I'd rather stick with Breeze. He's probably not going to get hit all game against the Panthers. Excuse me. All right, let's see here. Big Ben or Deshaun? Yeah, no, Big Ben for sure. He's number 2 in my quarterback rankings this week. I'm stuck. Tyler Lockett, Josh Gordon, Brandon Cooks, or Juju. Who do I start? Juju Smith, 1,000%. It's not even close. That's to Stanley Harper. Juju Smith, 100%. How about them Cowboys? Yeah, how about them Cowboys? 5 in a row, and they might, I don't know, they're probably going to lose this week. If I know the Cowboys, just when you can trust them, you can no longer trust them. That's just how it works. Okay, to BD, we have Gus Edwards or Chris Carson. We'll take Chris Carson between those two. T.Y. Hilton or Devontae Adams, huh? Ooh, that's a good question. We'll take T.Y. Hilton. I'm a little worried about, you know what? They're both going to be good. It's not like one of them is that much better than the other, but I'll take T.Y. Hilton. Zenner or DJ Moore in a standard? Oh, goodness. Zach Zenner or DJ Moore? Oh, my God. Let's just go with Zach Zenner. I don't know. That's just so sketchy, though. That's just so sketch. Stills, John Brown, or Funches? Kenny Stills, 100%. To King Chris, 448. Yeah, Kenny Stills. From Sunshine Covers Everything. I got a good feeling about Sutton tonight, especially at home against the Browns cornerbacks. What do you think his night looks like? Oh, goodness. I think his night looks like 7 targets, 4 catches, 48 yards. Okay, that's what I'm thinking. It could obviously be completely false, but we'll just see. All right, we're going quickly. Here we go. I keep saying we're going to go quick, but I keep getting stuck on answering these long-ass questions. All right, Ertz or Jalen Samuels? That's a fantastic question. If Connor's out, I'll take Jalen Samuels over Ertz. Love the show, bro. Thank you very much. Appreciate it, guys. Let's see. Let's see here. DJ Moore or Mike Evans? Give me Mike Evans. Josh Allen or Aaron Rodgers? Oh, goodness. Josh Allen. I haven't rated over him in the rankings, and I'll take Josh Allen. I'll die on that hill, to be honest. Newton or Ryan? I'll take Cam Newton between the two, but Ryan is not that bad of a play. I'm not opposed to playing him if you're worried about Cam Newton's injuries. Wilson, though, over Matt Ryan? Yeah, I'll take Russell Wilson over Matt Ryan. Josh Allen or Ryan Tannehill? Give me Josh Allen. That's your little bro? No, I don't have a little bro. I got a big bro. I don't got a little bro. And he's bigger than me. Like, I'm 6'1". The dude is definitely taller. Oh my goodness, Deshaun Watson, why are you making those bad plays? DJ Moore or Mike Evans? Yes, we've answered that question. Stop spamming people, please. I'm trying to get through these questions. It's so difficult. Diggs over Anderson? Hurry. It's 100%, guys. Just go look at my rankings. The fact that my wide receiver rankings don't even have Robbie Anderson included in them means that you probably shouldn't even consider Robbie Anderson. Stephon Diggs has been a top 12 receiver all season long? Shouldn't even be a question, guys. Come on. James White or Tariq Cohen? Give me Cohen. Bills defense or Broncos? Give me Bills. Mike Evans over DJ Moore. Sony Michel over DJ Moore. Yes, yes. Andrew, you called it with Mike Williams. That is right. All right, Brian. Thank you for bringing it to everyone's... Brian Halil, okay? Thank you for bringing it to everyone's attention. That is correct. At the end of my wide receiver video on Wednesday, I sat there and I was like, let's talk about the Thursday night game. If any of the wide receivers that are not named Keenan Allen are to break out, it is Mike Williams. Boom. That's a good call. Now, every other call I made this season has been garbage, so I'll just go back and hide in my... but that's 2 weeks in a row, man. How you doing? I had a feeling about Derrick Henry the week prior, and Mike Williams just somehow managed to do something in that game. Alshon or Boyd? Give me Alshon. DJ, I'm assuming that's Moore over Humphreys. Yeah, DJ Moore over Humphreys. Diggs or Anderson? Yeah, we already went over that. Galladay over Nelson to Chris Garcia. Diggs or Pettis? Yeah, Diggs over Pettis to T-Man-Yo. Yeah, Diggs over Pettis. It's not even close, guys. Come on. To Stanley Harper, Brandon Cooks or Josh Gordon, a full point PPR. Oh, goodness. God, I'm hoping the Rams can figure it out. I'm going to go with Brandon Cooks between those two. Luck or Wilson, Woods or Cooks. We'll go with Luck, and we'll go with Woods. We'll go with those two. Tom T or T Tom 23. Who should I start? Josh Allen or Aaron Rodgers? I'm going with Josh Allen. I think he's got an easier matchup. Aaron Rodgers, I'm really worried about that Bears defense. Okay. Let's see here. Jalen Samuels or Eric Ebron? No, give me Ebron. I honestly think that the Cowboys are not very good against the tight end position. I'd rather have Ebron. Half PPR, Michelle or Ingram? Give me, do I want the back? Michelle or Ingram? That's such a damn good question. I feel like they're almost identical this week to the point where it's just a toss-up. Just, you know what? Give me Sony Michel. He's the starting running back. I don't have to worry about... I mean, I understand that there's James White, but I don't have to worry about a guy of Kamara's stature coming in taking carries. Cousins, Wilson, or Jackson? Give me Russell Wilson. Lindsey or Chubb? Yeah. Lindsey and Chubb. To Leo Price? Yeah. Play... Philip Lindsay and Nick Chubb tonight over Kenneth Dixon for sure. That's a given. Yes, Witten sucks. Yeah, okay, I got to get through these people. All right, maybe here we go. Boom, boom. If I answered it, I'm just skipping it. Samuels or Kittle? No. Give me Kittle. I'm sorry. Kittle is just, it's too ridiculous. Yes, okay. Smash that like button. Thank you very much. Appreciate that, guys. Let's go. Let's get some more subs. Thank you, Mike. Yes, we're almost there, people. We somehow went up like 30 subs the other day. We're trying to get to that big 5,000 before the end of the season, before the end of the year. Let's see. Connor's out. Samuels versus Diggs in the flex. Oh, okay. Samuels versus Diggs in the flex. Whew. Damn. I'm probably going to take... I'll take Samuels between those two. Yeah. It's tough, but I'll take Samuels. Actually, you know what? If it's a standard, I'll take Samuels. In any sort of PPR, half or full, give me Diggs. Yeah, I got to think about it for a while, though. Big Ben or Brady? Give me Big Ben. If Connor is for sure out, they're going to have to throw the ball more, and Big Ben's going to have to find Juju and Antonio to get his work done. OBJ is out. Boyd or Tate? Give me Tyler Boyd. Let's see here. Samuels or Godwin? For sure. We're gonna. Well, whether it's... Yeah, no. Jalen Samuels over Chris Godwin, for sure. Let's see. Tyler Boyd. Yeah. What's up? Opponent starting. Sam Miller ejected 8 weeks ago. Except level. Fist pumping. Okay. Whatever. I'm just going to go ahead and pass that up. Let's see here. What do we got going here? Adam Humphries or DJ Moore? Give me DJ Moore. Derek Carr or Josh Allen? I'll take Josh Allen. Why am I so down on DJ Moore? I'm not down on DJ Moore. I'm down on the idea that Cam Newton is going to be able to throw the ball downfield consistently. He only completed 50% of his passes last week. It's not a DJ Moore issue. It's more of a Cam Newton issue. Now, you may be thinking, okay, well, you have Cam Newton higher ranked than some of the other guys. Sure, because he's going to be able to make plays with just passing the ball to the left or right of him to Christian McCaffrey, and McCaffrey's going to get it done. Humphrey's game script contingent. Yeah, that's true. Let's see here. Are we down to the bottom? Did we answer all the questions? Oh, no, it updated. Oh, my goodness. Okay, hold up. Here we go. Oh, goodness. Okay, so let's answer. Here we go. Willie Chaney. Okay. Willie Chaney with a $1.99 donation. Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate it. Your question is Derek Carr or Josh Allen in a 2 QB league? Okay, so between the two, if we're playing... Okay, Derek Carr plays against the Cincinnati Bengals. A little bit of an easier matchup. Let's think about this. If, in fact, Derek Carr can get it done... I mean, he's been pretty good in the last couple of weeks. Don't get me wrong. He's been pretty good. But can we trust him in a playoff scenario in which we're really trying to pick up a W this week? God damn. I'm going with Josh Allen. Honestly, I'm going with Josh Allen. Just the ability to make plays with his legs makes him a start for me. Willie, thank you for the donation, and hopefully Josh Allen works out for you this coming week. All right, we had another donation that I skipped, or I just didn't even pop up. Hamilton or Brandon Cooks? It's not even close. David Garcia, thank you for the donation, first of all. Much appreciated. We're skipping up all of the questions. You have to pay to get your questions answered out here. Just kidding, I'll get to them. But David Garcia, again, much appreciated. Thank you for the donation. Okay, so we're talking about Tim Hamilton or Brandon Cooks. It's got to be Brandon Cooks. I understand Tim Hamilton looked good this past week. Had about, 9 targets, 7 receptions, had himself a touchdown. He's been looking better than Brandon Cooks. But Brandon Cooks this week at home, playing against the Eagles secondary. We saw what Amari Cooper was able to do against him. They left Amari Cooper on an island. They played one-on-one coverage with him. If they do anything remotely close to that with Brandon Cooks, expect him to have a great week. I'll take Brandon Cooks between the two. Again, thank you for the donation. Let's see here. We're scrolling. Are we to the bottom? There's no way. Goodness gracious. I'm trying to filter through all this spam. Holy moly. Okay, let's see here. What other questions do we have, ladies and gentlemen? Devontae Adams or Diggs? I'll take Adams between those two. Trubisky or Josh Allen? Give me Trubisky. Wait, is that Josh Adams or is that Devontae Adams? I'm assuming that's Devontae Adams versus Diggs. If it's Josh Adams, give me Diggs. There's not even a question. Let's see here. Brait or Njoku or Evan Ingram? Evan Ingram, guys, you know what? If Evan Ingram is sitting on your waivers and you're sitting with a tight end that's middle of the pack, not looking great, I would 100% consider picking up Evan Ingram, playing him in your lineup. Because of the fact that OBJ is out, we saw majority of last season, all of Evan Ingram's production was contingent on the fact that OBJ was out. They didn't have a running game. All they had to do was throw Evan Ingram the ball, and that's why he was so great fantasy-wise last season. And last week looked pretty decent on the amount that he played. So I'll take Evan Ingram this week over Brait or Njoku. Let's see here. What else we got? We're scrolling. Okay, let's see. Willie, no problem. Thanks, bro. Love the show. Much appreciated. Yeah, thank you again for the donation. Much appreciated. This is the first time I'm streaming, so if I'm lagging to answer questions, I'm sorry. All right, let's see here. Let's watch the game a little bit, shall we? We're in the second quarter. Got Deshaun Watson. What is it? 3-3. Goodness gracious, that's ugly. Come on, Watson, throw the ball. Did I say Jackson? I don't know what. Dude, Deshaun Watson. Complete the pass, baby. Demaryius Thomas is wide open practically. Okay, let's see here. What else we got? Question-wise, let's see. Kyle Rudolph, Uzama, or Ian Thomas. Well, you know what? Here's the thing. the Saints defense, they're good against the tight end position. I know that for a fact. They perhaps may have given up 2 receptions for 14 yards and 2 touchdowns to Cameron Brate last week. That definitely happened. It exists, okay? It's a part of the timeline now. But I will personally take Kyle Rudolph over Uzomah and Ian Thomas right now. Andrew, do you like Josh Reynolds because Cooks is being doubled? No, I like if Brandon Cooks is being double covered, that's why I like Woods so much more, right? Woods is going to get everything if, in fact, Brandon Cooks is continuously double covered. Now we see Lamar Miller go into the locker room. Goodness gracious, what is happening? Of all the weeks that people needed to get injured, why this week? Goodness gracious. Come on, Watson, get your damn ass in the end zone, baby. Come on. Alfred Blue's going to come steal a touchdown now. I swear. We called it. All right. AP, Marlon Mack, or Doug Martin in week 15. Oh, my goodness. We're not playing AP, guys. AP is not an option. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that he's a good play. I understand the Jacksonville Jaguars gave up 240 yards to one Derrick Henry, but I don't trust that the Redskins are going to be able to get it done. They're just going to fill the box with, Josh Johnson at quarterback? It's not going to look good. So between Marlon Mack and Doug Martin, to be honest, I'm kind of leaning towards Doug Martin at this point against the Cincinnati defense. Can you explain how Russell Wilson is safer than Josh Allen? I know he has you have him higher in the in the rankings, but Wilson scares the hell out of me. Okay, please tell me why Wilson scares you, because just looking at his performances, yes, last week wasn't good. On Monday night, it was absolutely not a good performance. Okay? That is a given. Now, the rest of the season, at least the games prior, he's been fantastic. I'm just going to, maybe you play in a different scoring format. I play in 6-point per passing touchdown leagues. In the last couple weeks, right? 32 points, 26 points, 22 points, 32 points, 23 points, 29 points, 26 points, 25 points. Where do we see inconsistency? He had one bad game, guys. And that's because he didn't throw the ball very often. He only had 20 passing attempts, right? But they had the game in the bag going into that second half. If, in fact, the Vikings had taken over and he was forced to throw the ball more, he could have had a better game. But trust me when I tell you, he is as consistent as they come. So, for sure, Russell Wilson over Josh Allen, it's not even close. Okay, so let's see. What else we got here? Let's see. R6 clips. We have Chris Carson or T.Y. Hilton in a half-point PPR scoring format. Oh, my goodness. Is that Kimi Fairbairn with another field goal? Oh, my goodness. Why does this happen? What are we doing? DeAndre Hopkins needs to get in the damn end zone. Okay. What was the question again? Oh, yeah. T.Y. Hilton or Chris Carson? I got to pull up some stats, shall we? Da-da-dun, da-da-dun. Okay. Beautiful. Okay. Here's the thing, okay? As of right now, from what I can, it's pretty tough. I like Chris Carson in the idea that he's going to continuously get touches. If you're down already, let's say, for example, the guy you played against blew up and had a fantastic week on Thursday, I'm going with T.Y. Hilton. I think he has the higher ceiling while Chris Carson has the floor. So depending on what your team specifically needs on the scenario you're in, let's say, for example, it's still 0-0, I'd lean with Chris Carson. Otherwise, Hilton if you need the high upside play. Did my thing update again? My chat keeps updating, guys. I'm sorry. Scrolling back up. Leonard Fournette or Phillip Lindsay? Give me Phillip Lindsay. The funny thing about Leonard Fournette, so the game against the Redskins this week, from the betting standard of Vegas putting up their over-unders, the Redskins versus the Jaguars is the lowest over-under in the NFL in the last 6 years. I don't know let me see what their over-under is. Let's see here. Jags, Redskins, over-under. I'm pretty sure, let's see, what do we got here? What is the over-under? It's got to be low. I mean, total of 36, yeah. So they're pretty much expecting, wait, that's it? 36 is the lowest over-under? That's got to be a joke. That seems kind of high for these two teams without good quarterbacks. Goodness. Okay, but either way, I'm taking Lindsey over Fournette. How do you feel about Chris Godwin or Josh Reynolds or James White in a flex position for a full PPR? Al Ford, I will personally take James White between the three. Reynolds is, he's playing what, fourth fiddle on that Rams offense. If they begin to struggle, you think they're going to give him the ball? I know they've designed some plays for him. He looked good against Kansas City, but other than that game, just really hasn't been able to click as of late. Chris Godwin, majority of Chris Godwin's shortcomings this past week had to do with Jameis Winston looking terrible. If I'm not mistaken, Chris Godwin had like 10 targets this last week. Let me pull this up. All right, Chris Godwin. He had 10 targets, only 1 reception. You want to know why he had 10 targets, only 1 reception? Because 9 of those targets were completely off. They were uncatchable balls. Chris Godwin could potentially have a good week. And to be honest, I understand it's a tough matchup against the Ravens, but I personally wouldn't mind him over James White to an extent. But James White obviously is the safer play. But, I wouldn't mind Chris Godwin. I'm not opposed to that idea. Njoku or Ian Thomas in a PPR. I'll go with, I think I want to go with Ian Thomas. I think I want to go with Ian Thomas. I think he'll see more receptions. Njoku he'll have one good game. He'll disappear for a couple weeks. That's literally how he works. So whether or not he's going to get a lot of touches this week, it's the tight end position. It gives me heartache. I wake up in like pouring sweat in the middle of the night, having nightmares about the tight end position, literally. So between the two, it's a coin toss, but I kind of like Ian Thomas a little bit more this week. Seahawks game plan is to have Wilson throw 15, 25 times. That scares me. No, absolutely. That makes sense. Because of the limited amount of attempts he gets, it is it's a daunting task to put him out in your lineup. But personally, I think it's just his consistency. He's too good. When he wants to throw the ball, if they get him throwing the ball 30-plus times, if in fact the 49ers are starting to compete a little bit, then we'll see him throw the ball more. But the fact that he can have such little attempts and so many passing touchdowns, I can't stay away from him. Just the last couple weeks, 4 touchdowns. He has thrown 2 or more touchdowns. And 2 or more touchdowns in every game except for 2 of them. Last week and in week 4 against the Arizona Cardinals. Every other game, 2 or more touchdown passes. So I'm staying in the flames with that dude. Let's see here. Okay, my chat updated. We're scrolling back. Here we go. Here we go. Jets winning the game. Don't at me. I won't read your name out loud. That is hilarious. I don't think that's going to happen, but we'll see. Thanks for taking me off the ledge. What do you mean? They win without needing Wilson? No. Come on. They need Wilson. If Russell Wilson was replaced with any other quarterback, I'm telling you that team wouldn't be as good. He carries that team at some points. Okay? Obviously, their running game has looked way better this season, but last season, Russell Wilson literally carried that entire team on his back. He had the most rushing yards on that team last season. Can you imagine that? They brought in Eddie Lacy, and he was just a bum. Let's see. You're the man. Thank you, Jay. Appreciate it. David Johnson, Chris Carson. Give me Chris Carson. T.Y. Hilton in a PPR? Sure, why not? Looks like a great play this week. I got Fairbairn and Myers, hoping for the killer's duel. The kicker's duel, I think that's what you meant. For a killer's duel, yeah, I'm pretty sure you meant kickers. It's okay. Pettis, Reynolds, or Humphreys in a PPR. Give me Dante Pettis. What do you think about Kamara? Could he be a bust this week? Oh man, actually, no. I'm not asking the question. I'm just I'm self-reflecting. Imagine Kamara was so good without Ingram. Do they even need Mark Ingram? Can they just cut him, let him go? Because to be honest, Kamara without Mark Ingram was just unstoppable. He had, 3 games of 3 or more touchdowns this season? Dude was just losing his mind. But this week against the Panthers, there's a potential for a bust. He could end up dropping only 13 points. He's done that in the last 2 weeks. But as of right now, he's very touchdown dependent. They're not using him as much in the passing game as I'd like them to use him. But you have to start Kamara, plain and simple. He's one of the best running backs in the game, and he's got to be in your lineup. I want to pull Diggs from Laundry. Keep that okay. Kirk Cousins has been. Yeah, no, I mean, I understand that the logic to make sure you don't play Diggs because of how bad Kirk Cousins has been. I think Kirk Cousins and the Vikings offense is going to improve this week. They fired the offensive coordinator. That guy did not know. Look, technically he knows what he's doing. Okay, he's an offensive coordinator in the NFL. So he's there for a reason. But he just wasn't running the ball enough. They need to run the ball in order to make sure that Kirk Cousins every down doesn't drop back and get sacked, pressured, fumble. I'm sure that their offense will improve this week. Michelle or D.D. Westbrook in a full PPR? Give me Sony Michel. I cannot play D.D. Westbrook. I understand that there's been games where he comes out and he scores touchdowns. He could potentially do that against the Redskins, but I'll take Sony Michel. Let's see here. Lindsey, yeah, Baker or Lamar Jackson. I'll take Lamar Jackson between the two. I'm starting Wilson. Hope he goes for 20. Yeah, I saw that. Okay. He's going for 30 points. Oh, that's what you said. He's going for 30. I need to clean my glasses. He's going for 30? Excuse me? Listen, if he goes for 30, oh my goodness, that'd be insane. Against the Ravens of all teams. But hey, we'll see what happens. You never know. It's fantasy football. Let's see here. Lindsey over Chubb? Yeah, I'll take Lindsey. Ooh, let me think about this. Yes, I'll take Philip Lindsay over Nick Chubb this week. Yeah. No. Chubb has been struggling the last couple weeks. And honestly, between the two defenses, the Broncos are better against the run. I know they had those 2 games where they gave up 200 yards to Isaiah Crowell and to Todd Gurley this season, but honestly, I think Philip Lindsay has the better matchup. So I'll go Lindsay over Chubb. And he'll probably get a little bit more work in the passing game compared to if, in fact, they bring in Duke Johnson. He steals some stuff from Nick Chubb. Godwin had dropped. He had drops too? Yeah. Well, I'm not surprised. Oh, my goodness. Who just fumbled? Elijah McGuire. Oh, man. Hey, the Texans defense, I hope you're starting them because they're getting after it right now. I have Mixon too. He's getting the workhorse role. Yep. I want to start him either for Chubb. Yeah, I would probably start Mixon over Chubb. Between the two, I'd probably play him over Chubb. Yes, you probably should. Against the Raiders, probably should. Yes, some other, who said that? Wait, I scrolled too far. Damn it. Yeah, Jay, start all 3? 100%. If you can start Mixon, Chubb, and Lindsey, you probably should. I don't know what else you have. I don't know who's in your flex spot. Maybe you have Gurley already. But, yeah, I would go. I mean, just imagine, right? Chubb and Lindsey this season were waiver wire pickups, guys. And they're happening to be they're 2 of the top 10 running backs this season as of, late in the rankings. They've been great. And it's just these guys come out of nowhere. So if you were paying attention to the channel, you were able to pick these guys up, then you're doing well this season. Let's see here. I have to start a receiver. It's weird. It's 3 wide receiver league. Oh, that's why you can't play? Okay, that makes sense. That's why you can't play all 3 of them. Okay, makes sense. Only 2 running backs. Okay, thank you. Now my entire rant went out the window. Let's see. Yeah, I would probably go with Lindsey. Message retracted by Ugly Dude. Why? What happened? I'm clipping it. Can you clip YouTube things? I don't know. Pick one PPR. Chris Godwin, Sterling Shepard, Humphreys, Curtis Samuel, Dante Pettis, or Deshaun Hamilton. Oh my goodness. This is a fiesta. And we'll probably go... Oh man. This is a mess, guys. There's too many names. Damn. Let me think about that for a while. Because just thinking about it, Willie, I kind of want to go with either Pettis or Samuel. But between those two, I don't know who I want to go with. I know Curtis Samuel, he's been pretty decent as of late. But Dante Pettis I'm going to go with Dante Pettis between the two. Yeah, I'll go with Pettis. Coming in with the $5 donation from, oh my God, Ben. Oh my God. Thank you very much, dude. This is insane, guys. First live stream, people are already dropping donos. Ben Cobbett, Thank you very much. Unless you pronounce that last name. I'm probably botching the last name. It's not Cobbett. It's probably some... No, I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm just going to sit here and I'm gonna think about this for a while. It's probably like Kobe or something like that. It's probably pronounced something weird. But either way, Ben, sorry for botching your last name. Appreciate it. Thank you very much for the donation. Glad you were able to enjoy the content. All right, let's see here. Standard League currently starting Diggs and Thielen. Okay, let's see. I have Adam Humphries and Curtis Samuel too. Should I change anybody in the lineup? No. Keep Diggs and Thielen. I don't care. Keep them in the lineup. They should be great. Let's see here. What do we got? Lamar Jackson or Josh Allen? QB is a real struggle. Yeah, the struggle is real. You know, those two guys, they can be good. They can be fantastic. But it just really depends if they end up getting a lot of their points in the running game. Both of them are capable of doing so. They both have decent matchups. Lamar Jackson has the better of the two. As of right now, between the two, I think Josh Allen's the safer play. I've never thought I'd say that in my life, but I think Lamar Jackson has the higher upside. Yeah, for sure has the higher upside. You were right the first time. Okay. Cobbett. Yeah, Ben Cobbett. Thank you very much for the $5. There's DeAndre Hopkins. I knew it, people. He's my number one wide receiver this week. I expect 2 more catching touchdowns. It's going to happen. Just wait for it, ladies and gentlemen. It's coming. Anyway, Ben Cobbett, thank you very much. Much appreciated. Let's see here. We have Sterling Shepard or Calvin Ridley. Goodness gracious. Between those two, give me Calvin Ridley, honestly. Russell Wilson or Cam Newton, give me Russell Wilson. Need this answered. Championship on the line. Hopefully that helps. Calvin Ridley, Russell Wilson. Should I drop Traquan Smith for Mike Williams if he's available? Yeah, Traquan has not done anything in like 6 weeks. I don't think he's played well since... what game was it? I don't even remember. You see, that's how long it's been. The weeks are just beginning to blur together, ladies and gentlemen. So... yeah, Traquan, yeah, drop him. Mike Williams, is he a pickup, though? If, in fact, you know, Keenan Allen is in concussion protocol next week, he's not playing, yeah, he could be a good play. Let's see. I have a huge issue. Okay, this is Zeus Man 12. I have a huge issue. Melvin Gordon didn't play, as you know. Yeah, okay. So I have Breida, Sutton, or Laundry. Okay, so... here's the thing. I don't even know if Matt Breida is going to play this week, guys, because let's go figure that out, shall we? Let's see what Matt Breida is trending towards as of right now. Where's Matt Breida in this lineup? He's considered with a questionable tag. Questionable for week 15. Did he practice? I'm going to actually look this up really quickly. Let's go ahead. Let's find their injury report. Let's see who practiced this week. Let's go ahead and F3 for Breida. Yep, Breida. All right, Matt Breida had limited practice all week long. It's still questionable. I expect him to actually play. Matt Breida is a crazy mother effer. I expect him to play. Now, what does that do? That probably hurts Jeff Wilson a tad bit. So if you own Jeff Wilson, that might not be good. But between those three, Breida, Landry, I can't believe I said the name. You guys tricked me. Enough with these JL questions. We're not talking about this guy. I hate him so much. He ruined my season. No, I'm just kidding. But either way, as of right now, between those three in a non-PPR, oh, goodness gracious. Breida, if he starts, could be a good play. Yes, touchdown. That's right. I have Watson, Hopkins, Fairbairn. Shifty. T2 Shifty, baby. We're going to win the fantasy week because of those three, okay? That is a fact. Hopkins got a TD. That is correct. Unless they somehow called it back, and right here, the screen in front of me, there was a flag and I didn't see it. We'll see. Thank you for the lineup advice. I have a question for you. What is the most... What? Okay, you may have misspelled. The question is, what is the most awkward, I'm assuming, or weird date story? Jesus Christ, Joseph. Maybe if you drop a donation, I'll have story time, okay? Maybe. Maybe, baby. All right, otherwise we're moving on. Pettis or DJ? Oh, no. We have to play David Johnson, that's for sure. Hilton doesn't play. White, Howard, or Corey Davis? White, Howard, Corey Davis. If T.Y. We're going to go with, I'm going to say Jordan Howard. Between those three, if it's standard league, Jordan Howard. PPR, probably Corey Davis. David Moore, worth a pickup for wide receiver 3? Absolutely not. Nope. He doesn't even get as many touches as Jerron Brown is within that Seahawks offense. I don't really want to touch David Moore this week. 2 weeks ago, he had a goose egg. Last week, just really wasn't able to do much because he'd been covered by pretty good corners of the Vikings this week. Don't really trust it. Let's see. Update on Lamar Miller, who was injured with an ankle earlier. Came back into the game, is now headed to the locker room. Okay, great. Lamar Miller's probably done for the day. I hate you, Lamar Miller. Let's see. Moving on. David Moore. Yeah, okay, we went over that. Sorry, just tuned in. Lindsey or Chubb, in your opinion, for a DFS play? I'm still going with Lindsey this week. Yeah, I'm still going with Philip Lindsay. Need 2 out of the 3. Okay. Straight out of Visa. Okay, let's see here. Ridley, Michael Gallup, or Zay Jones. We'll take Ridley and Zay Jones between the two. Yeah, we'll take those two. Moving on. Let's see here. I started McGuire over Coleman. That's fine. Just hope to God that he gets some receptions out of the backfield because Coleman has not looked good. It's looking like a mistake. It's early. Okay, it's looking. Chris Vasquez. It's early. Do not worry. Second half, you'll be fine, especially when the Texans get like a 24-3 lead. They'll have to pass the ball to the running back position unless Trent Cannon, who's in the game right now, starts really stealing some carries. Damn you, Lamar Miller. Soy sauce. I agree with you, man. It breaks our heart. I cannot believe Keenan Allen is going to go ahead and screw everybody over, and then to follow that, Lamar Miller in the next game goes down. He's going to kill fantasy weeks and even fantasy years, all in one fell swoop. DJ Moore, Curtis Samuel, Tyler Boyd. To be honest, they're all near the same range, but I'll probably take Tyler Boyd. But honestly, they're all good plays, guys. It just really depends because a lot of these guys are either big play guys or touchdown dependent, or some of them have more targets than others. So it really depends as of right now. But I'll take Boyd. I'm out of the playoffs, but still going to drop the like. Thank you very much to Peacekeeper. That is the most generous thing you possibly do. Much appreciated. Thank you very much. Dropping the like, guys. Do not forget to drop the like. If you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel because we're trying to get to 5,000, and it is going to need. I have been quoted to say, if we can get to 4,900 subs, okay, guys, I will take the day off from work. I'll stay home. I'll make 100 Google accounts, and I'll subscribe to get us to 5,000. You just got to help me to get there, guys. Got to help me to get there. Anyway, let's see. Seahawks defense or the Saints defense? I'll take the Seahawks. Yeah, I'll take Seahawks defense. Actually, you know what? It depends. Do they play at home this week? Let's see. Because, to be honest, Nick Mullins had some good garbage time plays the other week. There's a good chance that Nick Mullins can find the end zone this week. They play in California but it's at Carolina too. Yeah, just give me the Seahawks. I'll take the Seahawks defense. They've scored 2 weeks in a row defensively, so they could probably do it again. Eagles game. Traquan Smith. What do you mean Eagles game? Willie, what do you mean? Willie, you got to explain. I don't know what you're talking about. Traquan Williams. Who the hell is Traquan Williams? Am I missing something, guys? Who the hell is Traquan Williams? I have to look this up, huh? You're going to make me do this, guys? Unless we're all just trolling Andrew right now, just throwing out random names. What do you think about LeBron James this weekend at tight end? Well, you know what? Oh, Demaryius Thomas. Go, baby. Go, baby. Get your slow ass over there. Oh, my goodness. All right, let's see here. Traquan Williams. As soon as I look up Traquan Williams, we literally have more basketball players. So I have no idea who you're talking about, Willie. You got to explain, baby. Let's see. Start 2 in a 10-man PPR league. Tim Patrick, Ito Smith, D.D. Westbrook. Give me Tim Patrick and Ito Smith. No joke. Start Chubb. Why not? Why not start Chubb? Yeah. Should be good this week. He's a top 10 running back in my ranking, so why not? Cam Newton or Kirk Cousins? Kirk Cousins, man, if he ends up coming out and he still looks like garbage, even though they fired that offensive coordinator, that is not going to be of much help. And it could end. Oh, my goodness. That end around was terrible. But I ended up getting him 5 yards. So Cam Newton versus Kirk. If you're worried about Cam Newton's shoulder, you play Kirk. If you're worried about Kirk Cousins being a trash can, you play Cam Newton. But personally, if I really had to sit there and play one, I'd probably play Cam. Seahawks or Jags defense. Yeah, you know what? The Jags defense really could be good. They could end up coming out and just completely torching the Redskins offense, who is just, they're depleted. Their offensive line is all injured. They're using backups left, right, and center. They're on their fourth quarterback of the season, Josh Johnson. AP's not look good. The Jaguars, if they show up and actually want to win a game, they can be good. But defensively, I'll take the Seahawks over the Jaguars as of right now, because you never know. The Jaguars might come up, not want to tackle anybody, and let AP have a career game. In the semifinals, thanks for adding value to my season, Andrew. No problem, Kerr. I'm glad to be able to do it. My first, YouTube fantasy season per se. Been playing fantasy for a while, but I'm glad I could help you guys out this season as much as I could. Let's see. Meant Traquan Smith. Yeah, that's what I thought. I was about to say. I was like, Traquan Williams, what are we doing here? We're mixing up all the names, guys. It happens. But yeah, Traquan Smith, I don't really have any trust in him. He has a better matchup against the Panthers secondary, but what has Traquan done in the last couple weeks to give us some sort of semblance of confidence that we can actually rely upon him this week? Let's pull this up. Let's see what Traquan's done. Wait, Traquan hasn't caught a ball in 3 weeks. He hasn't caught a ball in 3 weeks. He has one target each of the last 2 games. He had 1 target, 0 catches against Tampa Bay, and he had 1 target, 0 catches against Dallas. The week prior to that, he was injured. So yeah, Traquan Smith. Let's get off that bandwagon. Let's move on, because that's not looking too great. All right, let's see here. Baltimore or Seattle defense, Matt? Honestly, I'm thinking about this, man. Defenses are really going to, because many of your leagues, right? Hopefully you don't play off of a league where it depends how many yards the other team's getting. Hopefully it's just like points allowed, sacks, interceptions, defensive touchdowns, forced fumbles, recovered, stuff like that. Hopefully that's where your league is in. I'm still going with Seattle's defense. I know for a fact that Baltimore is going to give Jameis Winston hell, but if all the quarterbacks, if we're going to depend on either Nick Mullins or Jameis Winston to have a big touchdown, I think Jameis Winston's more likely to be able to do that between the two of them. Okay, so I think I have officially caught up to all the questions. You know what I need to do, guys? Someone tell me if this is a good idea. Maybe, I should open up a Discord and have people call in and we talk or we argue or some shit about fantasy. I don't know. Because I'm sitting here, I've been talking to myself in this room by myself for the last hour and 40 minutes, kind of watching the game. Literally the game is in front of me, but I can't show it because I'll get sued. I don't know. We'll see. But either way, as of right now, we're chilling. We're caught up. Yeah, my man Kaimi, that's right. Fair Baron's coming out here. He's scoring a lot of fantasy points as of right now. Crazy. If you guys playing those, okay. Wait, Kaimi Fairbairn has 13 points? Wait, hold up. Okay, hold up. So, depends. Wait, he scored 3 field goals. Oh my God, Kaimi Fairbairn's clutching it up right now. Yeah, it happens. If you play in those kind of leagues, well, I play in a couple leagues where it has no kickers and no defenses, but I also play in a league where it has a kicker, and if you score a 30-yard field goal, you get 3 points. But 40 and 50-yard field goals are 4 points and 5 points. So kickers can really make a difference. Kimi has 13 in that kind of a league. It's insane. Let's see here. Who will do the best? This is Jacob Gord. We have Chubb, or who will not be named. Yeah, no, I'm going with Chubb. Thank you for not putting his name in there. Much appreciated. I appreciate that. Kimi Baron made a 55-yard field goal. Guys, I was yelling about some other BS. I was talking about defenses. I was distracted. Thank you for the update. I appreciate that, Jacob. But yeah, I would go with Chubb over who shall not be named within that offense. Yeah, for sure. A certain receiver for the Browns. Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. We have Tyler Lockett or Mike Evans in a full point PPR. Love the show. Keep it going? Question mark. What do you mean keep it going? Question mark. What is the question mark there for? Maybe it was a period, but you had to have click shift. What happened? Okay, either way. Between those two, I kind of like Tyler Lockett a little bit more. We've seen more out of him, and his ability to find the end zone just makes him so much more valuable than Evans as of right now. Mike Evans has not looked good in the last couple weeks, and playing against the Ravens secondary, he's gonna have some trouble on his hands. So especially playing at Baltimore, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's at Baltimore, which doesn't make it that much better. Let me see. Yeah, it's at Baltimore. Yeah, I'm going to go with Lockett over Mike Evans. I understand you drafted Mike Evans and you've had him in your lineup to be that kind of wide receiver 1-2 this whole season, but I go with Lockett this week. All right, let's see here. Let's move down. All right, Brian Halil. We have, Andrew, 2 questions. Nick Chubb or Jalen Samuels? And then after, okay, so Nick Chubb or Jalen Samuels? To be honest, let's go with Nick Chubb tonight. I have him higher ranked this week. And just in case, let's say, for example, James Conner ends up playing tomorrow, it would save you from having to go and scramble for a running back. So let's go with Chubb. I think he's going to have the better week between the two, personally. And we'll be able to avoid any of the danger of Conner actually coming back and taking value away. Your second question was Jaguars, Bears, or Falcons on the defense. Let's go with, no, we're going to stick with the Bears. I think the Bears are the better play. I would have mentioned them on the waiver wire episode on Monday, but to be honest, I didn't because usually the Bears are already owned. So anyway, for sure, yeah, we'll go with the Bears defense there. The Jaguars could be good, but it really depends if they get after it or they just don't want to play defense. All right, David Keeson, let's see. Texans defense, good or great start? What do you mean? They're looking good right now. Great would be getting a pick 6 or something of that sort. So hopefully it continues to trend this way. For those of you who own Elijah McGuire, he just ran the ball. You're hoping, by all means, that he ends up in the end zone somehow. They gotta spread the ball out more. I know this offensive line is having trouble containing Clowney and J.J. Watt, but they've got to spread the ball out more. Just running it up the middle consistently, you're not going to get anything. Especially with a guy like Elijah McGuire, he's a smaller back. He's not going to be able to just plow through like a Jordan Howard or an Isaiah Crowell has been doing all season. All right, played Houston, sat Bears. I'm nervous. No, Shrimp Tail, you're fine, dude. You'll be fine. Worst case scenario, the Jets score 9 points. Okay, unless Robbie Anderson wants to really jack me up this week and wants to catch a 60-yard touchdown of some sort. But I think you'll be fine. Either way, Darnold is bound to turn over the ball a couple times. They've already fumbled. Elijah McGuire fumbled a little bit earlier, and they've held him to a solid amount of points, so they'll be fine. Let's see. Arwin Garcia. Should I start? Don't type those names out, guys. It's JL, okay? Or we call it laundry. Alshon Jeffrey, Cooks, or Samuel. Pick 2. Let's go with Cooks and Samuel. Between those two, assuming that Connor doesn't play. If, in fact, Connor ends up playing, you'll play Jeffrey instead of Samuel. So Cooks and Samuel. Thanks for the help. You're very welcome. Broncos or Saints defense, Njoku or Brait. Okay, Brian Parker. Let's see here. We're going to go with the Saints defense over the Broncos. We'll take Njoku or Brait. Goodness gracious. We'll take Saints defense. We'll take Brait. Oh, man, that's so tough, man. Literally, you're asking me, hey, Andrew, the tight end position, it's 100% unpredictable, but make a decision on Njoku and Brait. To be honest, Brait gets a lot of work in the red zone, so if they're able to get down there, he could potentially catch a touchdown. So we'll take Brait between those two, but Broncos and Saints defense, as I've mentioned all week long, Saints have only allowed 13.5 points per game in the last 5 weeks, so I think they'll be able to give Cam Newton some trouble. That pass thing Sam Darnold just threw really could have been picked. If he's not careful, he throws an inaccurate ball there. What is he? Oh my God, that pass. What the heck was that? Oh, they blew it dead. Never mind. All right, let's see here. Ryan Walton. If Connor plays, is Samuel still a good play at the tight end spot in a PPR? You know what? If, in fact, you have nobody else, right? Like, the last guy on your waivers is like Uzama, or you have some other garbage tight end sitting around that you don't want to play, like a Ben Watson or guys that just get 0 points, right? They end up with goose eggs. I wouldn't mind playing Samuels, because even if Connor plays, he's still going to end up seeing work, because I don't think Connor's fully healthy. They're going to have a rotation in the backfield, so I'd probably just still leave Samuels in there. But I think Connor's not playing, so I think you'll be fine with Samuels at the tight end spot. Personally hoping for long passes from Darnold, so we can get an interception. Yes, Jacob, that's exactly what's... I'm telling you, it's going to happen. When they're down a good amount of points by the third quarter, the offense is going to change. The game script is going to change. They're going to have to throw the ball downfield in order to get something on the board. He'll end up making some mistakes for sure. James White or Ed Dixon? What? I don't know if you definitely didn't meet Ed Dixon. Ed Dixon, I know who that is, but there's no way you're playing Ed Dixon. There's no way. So I'm going to assume that you meant Kenneth Dixon. There's no way. Oh, my goodness. So let me see here. No, you have to go with... Oh, man. I probably... Just thinking about it, it's tough because James White wasn't good at all last week. But I don't think he's going to consistently stay on that kind of a path. What did I just do? Yeah, we're going to go with White on that. Sorry, guys. I'm just like shuffling through these tabs that I have open. My bad. All right, so James White, Ed Dixon. No, it's definitely James White. By the way, Ryan Walton, Connor is downgraded to doubtful. Yes, Jacob, thank you for bringing that to the forefront. He is doubtful. Chances are he is probably not going to play. Chances he plays, 10%. So you're in a pretty good spot as of right now. DJ Moore or Dante Pettis? Goodness gracious. Been thinking about it. I've been asked that question a bunch. They're pretty much both, like higher end wide receiver 3s, low end wide receiver 2s this coming week. Both of them depending on how many targets they end up seeing. But between them, we have DJ Moore with the better matchup, and then on the other side we have Pettis. We have seen him play well against the Seahawks. He's had a couple good games, but goodness. I keep jumping around on this. I kind of like Pettis, but I think DJ Moore might be better. He might be better. They're going to have to throw the ball, the Carolina Panthers, so we'll see here. All right. Would you play Inman if Hilton does not play? Okay, so of the wide receivers on the Colts, I think Pascal, Chester Rogers are probably better plays than Dontel Inman. So, yeah, so Pascal and Chester Rogers. Those are the two guys that I'd probably go look to pick up if, in fact, T.Y. Hilton is out. Let's see here. Ingram or Michelle? Sony Michelle. Love the show. Thank you very much, Trimtail. Much appreciated. Appreciate the help, guys. No problem, Ryan. Let's see here. Kenneth Dixon or Sony Michel? Need upside. Let's see. Ooh, goodness gracious. Are they moving the ball? Is Chris Herndon really catching some passes here? Atta baby, Chris Herndon. Other than what? Let's see. Ken Dixon or Sony Michel. If you're looking for absolute upside, I don't know if you can get upside out of Kenneth Dixon. I mean, there's still a Gus Edwards in that backfield. It's not like, Gus Edwards is out and Kenneth Dixon can run freely. So between those two, I think I'm still staying with Sony Michel. If you're crazy enough and it's worth the risk, yeah, you can go with Dixon, but I think Sony Michel's the better play. He's probably gonna, hopefully, Belichick won't screw everybody over with a James Devlin touchdown. But I think Sony Michel, the amount of carries he gets, the amount of touches, I think it's a better play. But if you're feeling crazy, Ken Dixon's still there. Pettis or Samuel? Yeah, we'll go with Pettis over Curtis Samuel. I know Curtis Samuel has been better, but I don't know. I'm just a little worried. Let me see here. Where the heck did my cursor go? Dude, my sensitivity on my mouse, because of how many games I play on this thing, it is like 1600 DPI. It's ridiculous. I can't even control it half the time. Can I pull this? Thank you. All right, let's see here. What has Curtis Samuel done in the last couple of weeks, shall we? I'm sure he's been good. Yeah, oh my goodness. Oh, Curtis Samuel, 3 weeks in a row of 10 or more points in a half PPR scoring. format. Okay. Well, in that case, the entire thing revolves around what do you need? Do you need the base floor of Samuel, or do you want the upside of a Pettis touchdown? Because that's really what we're looking down the barrel of. If you're looking for the 10-point consistency, it's Samuel. Obviously, he has the ability to catch a touchdown, but between having to feed the ball to DJ Moore or McCaffrey, I doubt he'll see that. Potentially even Robbie Anderson. 5-yard line. Somebody get Elijah McGuire in the end zone. But yeah, why would you have? Okay, I'll explain the Michel thing in a second, Sam. But as of right now, yeah, we'll go with either. So Pettis is the upside, and Samuel, for sure, Samuel is the base floor of a 10-point week. So just depending on what you need there. All right, Sam. So Michel over Ingram. What is the logic behind that? Okay, mainly because of so obviously Michel has not looked good in the last couple of weeks. Now, what is the reasoning? If in fact Sony Michel was to get those rushing touchdowns that James Devlin has been stealing from him, you can add 6 points to each of his box score totals in the last couple of weeks, and he'd be an average running back. Now, on the other hand, we have Mark Ingram. The Panthers, they're pretty good against the run. Okay, they're going to be able to not per se extinguish the entire rushing game of the Saints, but they're going to make it difficult on them. Now, having to share carries with Alvin Kamara doesn't really help much, because we know that Alvin Kamara for sure gets the most carries out of that backfield. Now, Michel, on the other hand, yes, he has to share it with James White, but last week had 20 carries, the week before had 18 I think it was 18 touches. He's going to see the ball more. Now, if you feel like Ingram has the better matchup, go for it, because it really is. It's a close play. I think in my rankings, I have Michel. Oh my goodness, Robbie Anderson just scored. Damn you, Robbie Anderson. This is what happens, people. This is what happens. This is fantasy football. Somehow, we're living in a reality where the Houston Texans cannot stop the Jets offense. Why? Because, everyone's a professional. They're all great players. It happens. And I'm going to eat my words today, because I literally told so many people that I would never touch Robbie Anderson. Yet, there goes Robbie Anderson for a touchdown. Good shit by him. Anyway, getting back to the conversation, Sam. I think that the amount of touches that Michel is consistently getting, if he is given those goal line carries, it'll make. Did he just miss a PAT? It'll make his week. Compared to Ingram, who's on a 10 to 13 touch kind of basis as of right now. So anyway, let's move on. Let's see here. Jacob, Samuel around the same amount of targets as DJ Moore, but DJ Moore, CMC get the red zone targets. Yeah, that seems right. God damn it, please don't get a touchdown. LOL. Yeah, trust me, I'm suffering a little bit right here. How the hell? Look at him scramble. Okay, I'm sorry. He made a jump pass. He made a jump pass into the end zone. What the heck? Come on. Texans, what are we doing? At least it keeps it competitive. So those of you who own, Deshaun Watson, congratulations. We're coming out to score. They got about 30 seconds, and they got 3 timeouts. So he's going to definitely throw the ball. Maybe they can get a Kimi Fairbairn field goal before the half ends. End up having a 9-point lead. David Keeson, let's see. Pats have 5 running backs. That's the logic, buddy. They don't really have 5 running backs, okay? Yes, James Devlin steals some carries here and there, okay? Burkhead does nothing. Burkhead does not do anything in that lineup at all. Last week, we saw James White absolutely do nothing. So where's the 5th running back other than those 4, including Michel? I don't know if there is another running back, unless we're talking about Brady and his giraffe legs running around. I don't think that really counts. Let's see here. Do they have another running back? Yeah, if you count Tom Brady. But I'm just looking at the amount of touches last week, right? Sony Michel had 20 carries. The next highest was 4 for James White and 4 for Burkhead. James White had 13 yards on his 4 carries. Burkhead had 2 yards on his 4 carries. Practically useless. And James Devlin, 1 carry, 2 yards, and a touchdown. I hate you so much, James. Damn it, Devlin. You're so... I honestly, I don't even have to blame Devlin. It's more of an issue with Belichick. Holy moly. He just threw it to the sideline. He didn't even care. He's like, I'm throwing to the other bench. Goodness gracious, Deshaun Watson. What are we doing? Jets scored it. Yep. Okay. Patterson. Yeah. No. Cordell. But look. Okay. Cordell Patterson was used when Sony Michel was out. That's the only time that he's ran the ball. He has a couple end arounds or a couple designed plays, but otherwise he's not a prime-time running back. He's not in the rotation as of right now. A couple weeks before, earlier, sure, but as of right now. But that's a good point, David. I respect that. And the devil, yeah, Devlin, yeah. Curtis Samuel, Dante Pettis. I keep getting asked this question, but it's pretty easy to see here. Curtis Samuel is the 10-point baseline safe play, while on the other side we have Dante Pettis for the upside. So depending on what your team needs, if you need a safe play, Curtis Samuel's the way to go. Otherwise, Dante Pettis has a higher upside, but also is just as volatile to maybe perhaps not have a good game. So just depends what you need. Keamy Fairbairn taking me to the championships. Yeah, it's possible. It is absolutely possible, guys. It is without a doubt possible. Let's see here. Where are we at? Okie dokie. All right, we're at halftime. So now we're just going to sit here. We're going to relax. And let's figure this out. Actually, I'm kind of interested. What are we looking at stat-wise for the first half? Haven't really checked this out. Damn, Keamy Fairbairn. Dude's a monster with that leg. Holy crap. He's the new Legatron. Okie dokie, let's see here. Jacob, that's funny as fuck. Considering the Texans can't stop a birthday cake this week. Soft birthday cake this week. How overjoyed should I be by the fact that my opponent lost to Ware, Gordon, and Connor? He's now starting Mixon and Drake. I don't know what that... Okay, either way. To be honest, Mixon's going to be good. I don't see Mixon just getting completely destroyed this week. And Drake, I mean, if you look at his game logs in the last couple weeks, last week obviously wasn't supposed to be a good turnout, but that last play saved him fantasy-wise. But if perhaps that that touchdown, builds some sort of favor with the team, he might see some more touches. So it's not a walk in the park per se. Do the Browns make the playoffs? Okay, that's a good question. Let's go ahead and let's figure this out. Let's go ahead and find the standings here. All right, so in the AFC North, the Browns are 5-7-1. Okay, the only way that they're able to make the playoffs is if they win out the next 3 games, going 8-7-1. Man, that means that the Steelers have to lose this week to the Patriots. That means the Ravens have to lose this week to the Buccaneers. And the Bengals have to lose this week to the Raiders. I mean, that's asking a lot. That is asking a lot, to be honest. So, can they make it? Sure, it's possible. Will they make it? I don't think so. If they end up winning tonight, that'll be one step forward. But, yeah, the other teams, I don't know. Like, let's see. Do the Ravens have the head-to-head advantage over the Browns? What are their... I'm pretty sure, okay, the Steelers have beaten the Browns, and they've tied with them. So they get the tie advantage. So if they tie at the end of the regular season record, Steelers get in the playoffs. I think the Ravens have beaten them twice, if I'm not mistaken. Perhaps I'm mistaken, but someone can confirm on that. Are they going to make the playoffs? Probably not. I mean, if you're a Browns fan, it's a lot better than no wins. So you'll take it. Let's see. I have Hopkins in fantasy PPR. Beautiful. Let's see how many points Mr. Hopkins has. 5 catches, 108 in the touchdown. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo, baby. Has Miller come back yet? Corey, unfortunately, we have not seen any sign of Lamar Miller. Chances are he is not coming back. So, rest in peace, fantasy season, unfortunately. D. Linney, Sutton, Pettis, Robert Foster. Once again, need the upside to overcome a 20-point deficit. We're going to go with Robert Foster between those 3. Yeah, he's the upside play. So I would probably rank them Foster, Pettis, then Sutton. Foster hopefully can make one deep play. Otherwise, if you're not looking for the volatility, which you are, of a big play or bust kind of guy, Pettis would be my next suggestion. That was the last time he had a great game. LOL against the Eagles. Traquan Smith. I meant to say, yeah. Oh, my God. Traquan Smith, man. I mean, it says a lot, too, that he's just absolutely disappeared. That offense just, I don't know. They need another wide receiver for, I don't understand the logic of why they got rid of Brandon Cooks. They traded away Brandon Cooks. I understand for a first-round pick, sure. But why not keep him? If you have Drew Brees and you're competing within the division, I don't know, man. It's a little strange. They've never been able to replace Brandon Cooks. Obviously, they have Michael Thomas there, but they've never been able to replace the speed of Brandon Cooks within an offense. Let's see here. Let me scroll back up. Okay, Matt. Let's see here. Need 2 of these. What do I do? Kenny Golladay, Corey Davis, Robert Foster, Dede Westbrook, or Deshaun. I'm sure you mean Hamilton, but you put Johnson. It's okay. Between those, I'm gonna go with Corey Davis and Kenny Golladay. Njoku or Brait. You know what I want to do? I need I legit need a coin. I'm just gonna flip it, and we'll figure it out. Or I need like a 2-sided dice, aka coin. Between those two, Kittle was able to tear apart the Broncos' defense last week. Now, does that mean Njoku's going to be able to do the same? I'm not completely buying in on that. So probably, but Brait plays against that Ravens defense. It's a toss-up, but honestly, I like the red zone opportunity of Brait. That's the only thing that kind of gives me a little bit of hope between those two. Hey, man, just in case, would you play Marlon Mack, Jeff Wilson Jr., or Gus the Bus Edwards? Thomas, I would go with Gus the Bus Edwards for sure. Marlon Mack has to play against the Cowboys. They have not given up any yards to the running back position in the last 4 weeks. They've been really good against the run. They've even held Alvin Kamara, Mark Ingram into check. So between those, Marlon Mack's not looking good. Jeff Wilson Jr., on the other hand, had a good couple weeks, but Matt Breida is probably going to play. He's practiced limited all week long, and we know he plays injured. We know he does that. So I like Gus the Bus versus the Buccaneers this week. Njoku or Austin Hooper. Man, Hooper's had a couple good games this season, which he'll show up, have 9 catches and be decent. Can he do that against the Cardinals? Why not? That's just how the tight end position works, guys. I'm throwing darts at a board. The tight end board is terrible. Now, can someone come and ask me, hey, Andrew, Travis Kelce or David Njoku? The answer is easy. Zach Ertz or, Vance McDonald. Easy answer. But I'm sitting here, I'm struggling. Njoku or Austin Hooper, flip a coin. Because really, it's that close. Just glad I faced Hopkins last week, LOL. Yeah. Hasn't been good in a while. Do you think Gronk yelled out Tide Pods when he tried to tackle him last week? Dude, it's actually hilarious that Gronk, of all the people, is doing Tide Pod commercials with all those kids trying to eat Tide Pods. It's hilarious. Gronk is such a goof, man. I'm telling you. Just watch. After Gronk retires, probably after this season, if in fact he chooses to retire, because he's been injured a substantial amount in his career. He's had a lot of injuries. He's been under the knife a lot. So eventually they're going to give this man a TV show. Just watch. But do I think he yelled Tide Pods? There's a chance, man. There's a good chance. All hail Senior Hopkins. Yes, absolutely. DeAndre Hopkins finally showing up. Hey, if you can drop 108 yards receiving and a touchdown in the first half, just wait. We're getting some more out of him. Okay, one more. Ben or Breeze? Dude, they're my number 1 and 2 this week. To be honest, the safe play as of right now is Drew Brees. Now, logically thinking, it's because of the fact that on the other side of the ball, we have Big Ben Roethlisberger, who was injured last week for majority of that game. If, in fact, he gets hit again, he's injured, he's out of the game, that's a problem. You're not going to have a starting quarterback. So Brees is the safer play. Ben Roethlisberger has the higher upside because of the fact that Connor might not play tomorrow. Juju and Antonio are going to have to be used at an all-time premium. So I'd go with Big Ben as the upside play and Breeze as the safe play for you, Matt. Okay, let's see here. Corey, Funky Town. Let's see here. Why is T. Thomas had success at Houston? Why has Demaryius Thomas had success at Houston? Because they're throwing him the ball. No, to be honest, I think it's just a better quarterback, period. Case Keenum is not a good quarterback. We know that, guys. It is a fact. He's an NFL quarterback, sure. But between the two, if you had to pick Deshaun Watson or Case Keenum, I know where I'm going with. On top of that, the Broncos, they're a run-first team, right? Philip Lindsay dictates that entire offense. So as of right now, I don't know if he's been that much better for the Texans, though. Let me see here. Let's go pull up some Demaryius Thomas stats. I don't think he's been that good. There was that one game where he caught, 2 touchdowns? But he hasn't been that good for the Texans. Regular season stats. Let's see here. No, he's been average. He's really just been average in the last couple of weeks. He's just been a garbage can, actually, in the last couple of weeks. So, not looking good. That's why he's like a bottom-end wide receiver 3 with upside, potentially, because of the red zone threat. That's pretty much it. Appreciate you answering all my questions. Cheers. No problem, Thomas. Have a good one. Hopefully, everybody here listening, watching, can have a fantastic week. Oh, man. Fantasy football. What are we? We're in week 15. Many of you are either in the first round of your playoffs, second round. There's some people that I've talked to earlier this week. They're in their championship week. So, you never know. Let's see here. Brait or Ian Thomas. I will take Ian Thomas if it's a PPR. If it's a standard, we'll go with Brait. Let's see here. Ben, let's see here. 3 wide receivers. Which 2 should I start? I have Cooper, Thielen, and Juju. Okay. Right off the bat, Juju is a must start. Okay. With Connor looking doubtful and most likely not going to play tomorrow, Juju is going to get a lot of targets within that offense. So he is a must start. Now, between Cooper and Thielen, who do we rely upon more? Man, Thielen has not looked good in the last couple of weeks. That's mainly because of the struggles of the Vikings offense. On the other hand, we have Cooper coming off of the best game of any wide receiver this season. 200 plus receiving yards, 3 touchdowns. Looks fantastic. Continues to get a good amount of targets and opportunities within that Dallas Cowboys offense. And Dak has really kind of built a rapport with them. They've been looking pretty good. So Thielen or Cooper, man, I'm not opposed to starting Cooper over Thielen. I know for a fact that Cooper has a little bit of a tougher matchup, but goodness gracious, this is actually going to make me lose my mind. Because if I had to sit down and actually start a lineup, and those are my decisions, I'm putting Thielen into the lineup. I wouldn't be surprised if Cooper ends up with no touchdown. I really could imagine that reality. So I'd go with Thielen and Juju between those 3. Juju or Sutton? Mike, what are we talking about here, dude? What are we talking about here? Juju or Sutton? Please, come on. We know the answer to that. It's Smith-Schuster. Come on, let's go, baby. That's an easy one. What do we think about McCaffrey? McCaffrey's going to be great. I mean, he's been balling out all season long. He's a top 4 running back, and he's been so good. They actually released C.J. Anderson. Like, they didn't use C.J. Anderson a lot early, but they got to the point where they're like, we're wasting money on this guy. Just cut him. So yeah, he'll be fine this week. I know it's a tougher matchup, and the Saints don't really like giving up points to the running back position. But what can you do? He's going to make plays in the passing game. He is the number one, part of that offense, so he'll be fine. Let's see here, Jacob. What do we got? 2 things here. Will there be a run CMC Shaw versus the Saints, or will he get shut down? Yeah, I was just mentioning that. Will there be I don't know, man. It's very tricky. They play at home, so that's obviously an advantage. I think he's going to be decent. Like I'm thinking 15 fantasy points is a floor. That's what that's what Christian McCaffrey is capable of, and that's what he does. So as of right now, that's what I expect. So I think CMC will be fine this week. The next question you had, and will Ryan and Jones be shut down by the Cardinals? No. Come on. Matt Ryan and Julio Jones will be able to take care of themselves versus the Cardinals. They'll be fine. They'll have a good week. Julio Jones is, a top 5 wide receiver? I mean, fantasy-wise, probably not this season because he only caught 3 touchdowns. But he's been incredible. And Matt Ryan, yes, he's had some hiccups. That offense hasn't looked great, but that's mainly because the defense really can't do much for them. Always just has to continuously get on the field and try to make plays. So, yeah, Julio and Matt Ryan will be fine this week. Let's see, Matt. Let's see. Sam, I started Keenan Allen, and I have Odell Beckham. That is all. I'm so sorry, dude. Oh, man, that's unfortunate. Who's running the ball? Is it Alfred Blue or is it Lamar Miller here? Starting the second half. Lamar Miller's on the sideline, but he's looking like he's warming up. I don't know. Maybe if he goes and grabs his helmet, I'll be a little bit more convinced. Because if, in fact, he's done for the game, the medics are told to take the helmet away from the player so that they don't somehow sneak into the game. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure Lamar Miller might be done. Either way, let's see here. Sam, again, that's my condolences to your fantasy team. That is unfortunate. Keenan Allen really killed us this week. Josh Gordon or Allen Robinson? Give me Josh Gordon. John Martinez. I'll take Josh Gordon between those two, especially because Allen Robinson has been questionable all week long. I'm just not feeling it. Damn, that pass rush came in quick. He turned around from that play action and just got smacked. You think Lamar is done for the... Yeah, I do. Yeah. Vinoy Morgan, yeah. I think he's done for the day. Unfortunately, yeah. I think if, in fact, the Texans end up scoring again here, and you don't see him with his helmet in his hand on the sideline, I think he's done. Yeah, Sam, yeah, he's not coming back. Juju or John Ross? Okay, now I'm going to stop reading your comments, dude. We're going to get to the point, Mike, where I'm just going to ignore everything. I'm just going to ignore them. That's funny as fuck, dude, though. All right. Personally hoping Patrick Peterson shuts down Julio. What do you mean? I'm assuming you're playing against Julio, right? That's what it is. Look, the psychology of fantasy football, right? We hope terrible things on people that really just don't do much to us, right? They put up some fantasy points in a game, but by all means, we're sitting there and we're praying, we're sacrificing goats in order to hope that people get injured. That's fantasy football for us. But yeah, I'm assuming, Jacob, you're playing against Julio this week. Let's see. It's Aiden. Let's see. We have Tom Brady and Edelman. I have both. Do you think they'll do well? Yeah, why not? Did you not listen to the part where I talked about Edelman this week in my wide receiver video? If I have to re-explain it, I do not mind, because it's impressive on how good Edelman has been since coming back this season. I think every single game since he's come back in half-point PPR scoring, he has had 10 or more points, except for the first game in which he had 9.2. What the heck happened? I know the Texans' offensive line is not good, but what the hell is happening right now? Let's go ahead and pull up some Edelman stats, shall we? Edelman, man, he's been good. And if you were able to steal him in the draft because of the fact he was suspended for the first couple weeks, you've been pretty good. Oh, okay, there's 2 games of less than 10 points. But every other game, I mean, 14.10, 12.10, 16.2, 14.3, 15.1, 16.4, 19.1. 2 games of 7.5 and 9.2 out of 9 games. Seems good to me. So Edelman will be fine tomorrow against the Pittsburgh Steelers defense, who really struggles against the passing game. We saw the Chargers last week kind of peeled them apart. And Brady, coming off the best performance of his week, hopefully, or of his year, hopefully he can transition that into this game in Pittsburgh. How much do you like Shepard? With Odell out, not enough to replace Gus, I'm guessing. Yeah, not enough. BZ Beak, I'm not convinced on Sterling Shepard. He has a good opportunity, sure, and especially against the Titans secondary. You guys have heard me all season long talk about how much the Titans secondary is really not good. Those corners are not great. That being said, I think they're going to bring a lot of pressure to Eli Manning's front door. and it's going to be difficult for him to get the ball out of his hands. I don't really like Shepard too much. I'll go with the guaranteed touches of Gus Edwards. Jacob, let's see. Yeah, I'm against Julio and Ryan. Oh, geez. Don't ask me then, because then I'm like trying to make it sound good, and now you're like, I'm hopeless. I'm done. I'm playing against Lamar. Yep, in the championship. Yeah, you're playing the championship week this week. Hey, good luck, man. The Force, best of luck. Hope everything goes well. Hopefully you didn't have one of the players that has already been sustained with an injury and out. So, yeah, best of luck for you this week. Allen Robinson, Dante Pettis, both questionable. Full PPR. Also have Ridley. Killer 405. Or 450. Let me think about this. Let's go with Allen Robinson. If he plays and he's healthy, I'll take Allen Robinson over Dante Pettis this week and Calvin Ridley. If, in fact, Allen Robinson's out, we'll go with Pettis over Ridley as well. Vinoy Morgan, let's see. Think Josh Adams or Jeff Wilson Jr. in at the flex for a standard. As of right now, it really depends on whether or not Matt Breida plays. If Matt Breida ends up playing, he's had limited practice all week long. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday was limited every single day. Obviously, he's still getting reps though. So he's out there, whether he's just running around, catching a couple balls here and there. He's actually participating in practice, which is a good sign. Obviously not good for you because you have Jeff Wilson. So as of right now, between those two, if in fact Breida is out, you play Jeff Wilson. Otherwise, if Breida's in, we're going to go with Josh Adams. Let's see here. Ben, if I have Gronk in my lineup, should I try to trade for Ertz? Wait. If I have Gronk in my lineup, should I try to trade for Ertz? What do you mean? Wait, you guys can trade at this point in the season? Wait, how do you... Hold up. You'd have to explain that to me first. Because Gronk is a decent play, right? But the question is, do they let you guys trade at this point in the season? Or are you only allowed to trade with the teams that are still in the playoffs? Because if you're trading with a guy out of the playoffs who's been eliminated, it's probably collusion, to be honest. Let's see here. Picked up Damian Williams on Thursday, yep. And will probably make me win because he scored 30 in my league. Yeah, PPR, he scored 30. Yeah, it's insane, right? Had himself a fantastic week. Was that a 10-yard catch for Elijah McGuire? Good on him. What are the Texans defense doing? I don't understand this, guys. What is the Texas defense doing? Oh, goodness. All right, let's see the next. Who's down? Is that the left tackle? Yeah, it is the left tackle. Damn it. Actually, it's not damn it. If you have the Texans defense, Clowney's coming off that edge faster than ever right now. If he's down and out. Let's see here. Next question. Rams defense or Titans defense this week? Steven, honestly, it's a tough call. It just depends on whether or not we think what's his name is going to play well. Nick Foles. If Nick Foles ends up being decent, I'm probably going to take the Titans defense. Because I think Nick Foles last year technically beat the Rams in LA. So he could do it again. You never know. So I'll take the Titans defense versus the Giants this week. Which Bills wide receivers would you pick up this week? Robert Foster. I know McKenzie and Zay Jones are still, active within that team, but I'll take Robert Foster. Has the highest upside play, and he's been more consistent. Has had 3 out of the last 4 weeks, 10 points or more in fantasy, half-point PPR scoring formats. I'll take Robert Foster for you, Richard. Trades are open all season in my league too. Really? Dude, there's usually a trade deadline, guys, because once teams start to get eliminated, you'll call up your friend. You'll be like, hey, can I take you out to lunch today? And also, can I get Zach Ertz off your bench, or off of your lineup? And then collusion begins. That's why teams usually, or leagues usually have trade deadlines, unless you guys have a dependable commissioner that can sift through the collusion and go ahead and knock people out. Usually they don't allow trades in the playoffs. So I'm assuming you can trade with, unless you play in a dynasty. Dynasty trades are all season long, but anyway. Down week for Cooper? Not technically. I think Amari Cooper is going to be fine. But I don't think I think maybe he's having the Derrick Henry effect on a lot of people. Like, I honestly think Derrick Henry's going to be good because the Giants have given up a fuck ton of yards to the running back this season. I got to find this. I'm going to read these stats out, all right, ladies and gentlemen? The Giants, okay, in the last, goodness gracious, since week 8, they have been terrible against the run, right? Because they traded away Snacks Harrison. So I'm going to read a couple game logs for you and why Derrick Henry could potentially be good. I know we were talking about Amari Cooper, but this is the point. Derrick Henry against the running backs versus the Giants, right? In week 8 to the Redskins, they gave up 162 yards and a touchdown. Week 10, they gave up 123 and a touchdown. Week 11, 121 and a touchdown. Week 12, 129 and a touchdown. Week 13, 113 on the ground and 176 in the passing game. And last week against the Redskins wasn't really great because Adrian Peterson and that offense is a bum. So what am I saying right now? I know we're talking about Amari Cooper, but Derrick Henry's going to be fine. But I'm not sure exactly if Amari Cooper is going to have another explosive game as such. So, you know, he had a great week last week. I think he's a top, what did I have in my rankings? I think he's a top 15 wide receiver. So there's nothing to be afraid of, but just don't expect, 2 more touchdowns than he'll get. He'll probably end up with, 8 catches, 70 some odd yards, maybe a touchdown for the upside. That's the hope. Sam Darnold is throwing some crazy passes. Oh my goodness. What is Robbie Anderson doing right now? Dude, he's rolling left and throwing perfect to the sideline. Just right between the zone of the safety and the corner. Goodness gracious. All right, back to the questions. Where are we at here? Boyd or JL? Thank you very much, Mr. Dan. We're gonna go with JL this week in a full PPR. Ben, I can trade in the playoff teams. Yeah, okay. So as of right now, would you trade? You're asking, should you trade Gronkowski for Ertz? That's a little bit. You know what? Just because Foles is in at quarterback, I'm gonna say no. Even though I know for a fact Foles and Ertz last season at the end of the year and into the playoffs, that was his number one target. 100% that was his number one target. So I think Ertz is a good play, but then again, because of the fact that Gronkowski has been healthy, I think Gronkowski should probably, you don't really have to force and trade him unless you're worried about the matchups and or you don't want to have Gronk on your team anymore. Otherwise, I think you're fine. Let's see here. Is it evil to... Okay, Jacob, this is hilarious. Is it evil for me to be satisfied with the injuries to the Jets' offensive line? Is it evil? I would say no, because the Jets are absolutely just blowing through. That is they ran zone, and that cutback by Elijah McGuire was really good. Whew. That was nice. Got to the second level. Probably should have tried to hurdle that safety, but he's covering up the ball just in case because he already fumbled this game. He's a little weary at this point. We're going to sit here. We're going to watch these next couple plays. Okay, let's see here. What do we got? We got a 2-back set. Tight end. Elijah McGuire up the middle. 4 yards, not bad. Let's see here. It's Aiden. My league trade deadline is second week of playoffs. Okay, yeah, so... Okay, that makes sense. As long as somebody's, managing to make sure there's no collusion going down. Yeah, it's all well. That's what made me nervous. I had my Bears in. Changed my mind at the last minute. Yeah, you know what, Shrimp Tail? This is what you guys got to remember. Last second, desperate plays or, substitutions never go well. I've done that so many times in my fantasy life that it's just... Goodness, it is they just gave him yards. They tackled him forward. Anyway, I've done it so many times where the last second I'm like, X or B, X, Y, or Z, I don't know. And then I play the wrong guy. Just leave in the guy that you originally know is going to just be more consistent and is in your lineup for a reason already. Anyway, thanks for answering the questions. Just one more. I'm done. I'm just going to mute you. Oh, my goodness. That's hilarious. That's even like there's a couple layers of depth there of comedy, right? Besides the fact that you're oh my goodness, no way he just scored. The Jets are coming back, dude. It's a tie game. Ooh, what am I watching? Who is that? Is that Andre Holmes? Who's that? Who's the wide receiver? Roberts? What is that? I don't even know who that wide receiver is. I've never heard of this dude. Heights? I don't know. Let's see here. Yeah, there's a couple layers of comedic depth there, Mike. Not only were you keeping the joke alive, but on top of it, oh, he did a Fortnite dance? That's even worse. On top of it, you said Kiki Cutie, who's already been playing. That's even better, dude. Clowney is out. What do you mean Clowney is out? I'm not listening to the announcers. I got it muted, so potentially, yeah, Clowney could be out. I don't know. Robbie Anderson has 16 points in my league, by the way. No, fuck you, Robbie Anderson. 10 points more than Hill. So there's that. Yep. Welcome to fantasy football. I hope week 15 treats you all well, but that's literally the reality we live in now. Damn, dude, it's insane. Why did I bench the Vikings? Hey. Richard with the $5 donation says, keep up the excellent work, Andrew. Thank you very much, Richard. Aguero, that's fantastic. Thank you very much. I appreciate the donation and the support. It's fantastic. I'll keep doing my work. Appreciate the donation again. Will definitely help me pay for rent and dinner tonight. $5, we're going to the dollar menu, baby. Hooking it up. Much appreciated, Richard. All right, let's see here. What other questions did we miss? Why did I bench the Vikings for this pile of shit? Jacob. Yep. That's these are the questions, man. These are the questions. He missed 2 field goals? Wait, did he miss the PAT? No. Myers missed it again. Oh my god. Oh my god, that's hilarious. Oh man, that's crazy. That's crazy. All right, what else we got here? Cam Newton or Ryan? Yeah, Anthony, I mentioned this a couple times, but I'll go over it. I don't mind. As of right now, Cam Newton, he is the riskier play, I would say, due to the fact that he plays against the Saints, who have been pretty tough against the opposing offenses in the last couple weeks. On top of that, Cam Newton's dealing with a shoulder injury, so he is the riskier play. I personally like him more this week into the matchup, but if you are concerned about that, Matt Ryan is not a bad he's not a bad substitution. I do not oppose the idea of playing Matt Ryan against the Cardinals over Cam Newton. So really just depends on how much you're willing to risk per se. I don't think it's a total risk to play Cam, but I personally like it. But if you're not about it, then go with Matt Ryan. Miller is out. Yeah. God, why Lamar? Why? At least Myers is helping me out. There you go, Jacob. Look, there it is. He's helping you out a little bit here and there. Man, what happened? What are the Jets doing? They came out to play on Saturday, huh? But the kicker, somebody paid off the kicker. I can confirm it. I think it may have been Jacob. In the chat right now, he may have slipped him a couple dollar bills in his locker before the game. He's shanking left and right. My opponent started Keenan Allen and Tyreek Hill. Ben, consider yourself lucky, because if that was any other week, you would be crying. You just happened to perfectly just land in the perfect week, and that's how fantasy works. There are some weeks where you'll just end up having the worst week possible, and there are some weeks that just the fantasy gods, they bless you. I don't know how to explain it. It just happens. Just random luck. All right, Shrimp Tail coming back with another question. We have Ryan or Goff. Let's think about this. Ryan or Goff? We're going Goff. Yeah, you're leaning towards Goff. I'm leaning towards Goff. The Eagles secondary sucks. Matt Ryan is a little inconsistent. I like the fact that Robert Woods or Brandon Cooks could give Goff a little bit more value. I know he hasn't looked good in the last couple weeks, but I'm convinced he'll be fine. I'm going to need some garbage time magic from Elijah McGuire. Do not worry, D. Linney. There will be some garbage time. Let's see what Elijah McGuire has actually done fantasy-wise. I got to go open up my fantasy. Let's see here. What do we got? I don't want to miss this. Did he get sacked again? Dude, this Texans offensive line is awful. I know they're bad, but I didn't expect them to be like this bad. Wait, Elijah McGuire only has 3 points? Oh my God. The fumble killed it. Wait, I thought he had more than 1 catch. I could have swore I saw him catch a 10-yard pass. I could have swore. Am I not updated properly? I guess I'm not. No, I am. Wow. He only has 3 points. Shit. Elijah McGuire. Oh, man. You know what? I have to go and I want to check something really quickly. Shall we? Let's see here. Where are we at here? Demaryius Thomas. There you go. Made a good play. Demaryius Thomas looks so slow. Goodness gracious. He looks so slow. Oh, man. Okay. Back to the question, shall we? Yes, hopefully the garbage time shows up, but I don't know if there's going to be garbage time. After the Jets scored that one, it looks like a competitive game. Let's see here. John Martinez, speaking of Cam, I play in a 2 QB league. Yep, my favorite type. Superflex is the best. Superflex is #1, facts. Cam, Brady, Josh Allen. Please choose 2. Okay. Easily you have to start Brady. That is a given. Now, you can either go with the... You know what? Cam and Allen are kind of similar plays, to be honest. Even though I have a pretty wide... I think I've ranked them like 5, 6 apart from each other. To be honest, Cam and Allen are kind of similar. I think Cam Newton against the Saints. You know what? I might even... Oh, man. I'm losing my mind, guys. You know what keeps happening? You guys keep asking questions, and I keep convincing myself of different things. I don't know what... I go with Cam and Brady between those 3. Allen, I wouldn't be opposed to playing him over Cam if you're worried about the injury and the shoulder problems. Let's see, PPR, Laundry or Samuels? Goodness. You know what? I'd probably go with Samuels, but if Connor plays, hopefully you have another, sort of backup for tomorrow. So I'd go with Samuels, though. Cody O'Brien. Got Lamar Miller in. Championship. Damn. Fuck, dude. What are the chances? What are the chances, dude? God. Sometimes, dude, fantasy football just doesn't want to act the right way. It just wants to make our life a living hell. All right, let's see here. Catch was incompletely. Damn it, Elijah McGuire. You piece of shit. God damn. I swear he was wide open, but yeah, he probably... Wait, is that Jermaine Kearse getting some catches here and there? Oh, my goodness. All right. It was the backup who caught it? Yeah, it probably was Cannon. Miller out, question mark? Cody, yeah, Miller's out. Unfortunately, yeah. I don't know. He got, like, bent over backwards on the bottom of a pile. I don't know. Trent Cannon just dropped a perfect first down, and now here comes the punt team. Good job, Trent Cannon. Where's Elijah McGuire when you need him, right? It's the backup of RB for the Jets. Okay, yeah, Miller out, yes. Kevin, let's see. I need 1 flex for a half PPR. I have Mack, Sony, Sutton, and Davis. Probably going to go with Sony Michel or Corey Davis between the two. I'd probably go with Sony Michel. But if you're looking for the upside play, you're going to go with Corey Davis. Otherwise, between those 4, I go with Sony. Texans defense, bad start. Yeah, terrible start. The fact that they're giving up 15 points and this game is even competitive right now is worrisome. You know what it is? The drive killers are the offensive line of the Texans. They're not able to run the ball. Okay, the up front of the defense of the Jets, they're dominating. And on top of that, as soon as Deshaun Watson drops back, boom, he's getting sacked instantly. There's just nothing there for him. It's not looking good. That's why they've tried to look for those screen passes. They threw, a wide receiver screen to Demaryius Thomas there. They're trying to just get passes out of Watson's hands as quick as possible. Unfortunate. Not looking good right now. Hopefully they can turn it around. Start Phillip Lindsay or David Johnson? Phillip Lindsay, Chase Brown. Phillip Lindsay, for sure. Or should I start both and bench Chubb? No. I personally believe that Chubb and Lindsay should get to start over David Johnson this week. I'm just worried Cam's going to struggle and Josh Allen is going to explode. Yeah, then start Josh Allen. Yeah, listen, I'm here to make suggestions. I can't see the future, guys. And if you personally have a feeling, go for it. Because majority of the time, it's true. Okay, I have suggestions. I have my own opinions. But it doesn't mean I'm 100% successful at this, right? So if you have, John Martinez, play Allen. I don't think it's a bad play. I'm not opposed to the idea, as I mentioned. So could be good. If he ends up running for another 100 yards, has a touchdown, that's 16 points no one can take away from him. So anything else after that is pretty much gravy. And you won't have to worry about whether or not you're going to win on Monday, right? You'll know by Sunday, okay, I picked up this win. So stress won't be as heavy on Monday. Jacob, what are we doing here? Yeah, they started well. Instant sack and fumble. Then they took the day off. Yeah, exactly. Non-PPR, David Johnson, Mark Ingram, Derrick Henry. Pick one, Derrick Henry, without a doubt. In a non-PPR, I do not rely upon David Johnson. I cannot see him having 100-plus rushing yards. I could probably see Derrick Henry doing so. Why? The Giants, they give up a boatload of points to the to the running back position, in the last, where was that? I was reading the stats earlier. Let me go ahead and pull it back up, shall we? We shall. Okay. Since week 8, okay? Since week 8, the Giants have given up 5 games of 100 or more rushing yards and 4 rushing touchdowns to opposing running backs. They're just getting torched. This last week against the Redskins, they were able to play well, but that's mainly because Mark Sanchez couldn't move the ball, and they were filling the box and pretty much just torching that team. Adrian Peterson wasn't able to do well, but the Giants versus the Bears, the Eagles, the Buccaneers, the 49ers, and the Redskins, those weeks prior, they were killing the Giants' defense. So Derrick Henry is my suggestion in the standard. 10 points is okay. Better than Chargers last week, LOL. But anything less is horrible. 10 points for a defense? Is that what you mean? I think that's what you mean. But look, here's the thing. The game is not over. They're going to turn over the ball. Myers will end. You know what? You should get points for Myers missing field. Oh, my God. Run, Watson, please. Oh, my God. Watson, you can't run like that, dude. Jamal Adams is going to break your back one of these times. He'll come out of nowhere and crack you. Oh, man. Was that a corner blitz off the edge? Yeah, or was it the nickel? I don't even know. They came in hot. Okay. Let's see here. Saints have the second best rush defense, John, which means Cam's upside. Yeah, I wouldn't technically. I mean, they've got a good rush defense. They've also got a good defensive line in general, so they'll be able to hold them in place potentially. We'll just have to wait and see. Atlanta or Denver? I'm assuming, who do you mean defensively? Let's go with, let me think about this. Can Denver stop the run of Nick Chubb? And can Atlanta stop? I think I honestly might go with Atlanta. No, dude, Atlanta's so bad at defense. I'll take Denver. I can't trust Atlanta. I know Josh Rosen's bad. I know Josh Rosen will throw an interception. But, man, Atlanta could end up just getting completely torched. You never know. Browns or Denver tonight, as in who's going to win, Kerr Conkle. Let's see. Who is going to win between the Denver Broncos and the Browns? We'll go with, I'm going to take Denver tonight. I'm not sure if they're going to be, did they just get stopped again? Are they punting it again? Yeah, I'll take Denver tonight. I don't know. I just feel like, where is the game at? It really makes a difference. If it's in the Mile High City, if it's in Denver, I have more confidence in it. So yeah, it's in Denver. I'll take the Broncos today. I'll take the Broncos. I mean, obviously, I had to think about it for a while. It's not a for sure. Both these teams, middle of the pack, trying to make a last-ditch effort for the playoffs. But yeah, they're kind of built the same. They're run-first teams, and they have okay defenses that are exploited at times. But yeah, I'll take the Denver Broncos tonight. Kevin, what do we say here? How do you feel about the Bears defense going against the Green Bay Packers this week? Also, Detroit is on my bench right now. I think that you should play the Bears defense. There's a reason why I have Aaron Rodgers ranked. I have Aaron Rodgers ranked below Josh Allen this week, guys. There's a reason for that. There's a reason I have Aaron Jones ranked like 18. That's mainly because I honestly think the Bears defense is going to get after it. They're going to make Aaron Rodgers. They're not going. He's going to struggle for sure. I know Aaron Rodgers doesn't turn over the ball. I know he's a great quarterback and all, but he doesn't look like Aaron Rodgers of what we're used to since that injury he sustained. In the first game of the season, I think. Let's see here. Cody O'Brien got Chubb going tonight. Hope it's a big game. You know what? All of us hope the exact same thing. He's had pretty good games in the last couple of weeks. Obviously, so he's had tougher matchups, so his rushing total has not been as high as we'd like, but we'll see. I'm expecting him to have a good night. Let's see here. Roy Morgan. Denver's defense or Titans? I'm stressed right now. Don't be stressed. Just relax. Listen. Oh, goodness. Ooh, is Darnold making it? Dude, what is Darnold doing? Oh, Sam Darnold's having a... He's making a run for it, man. Oh, my goodness. He's trying to make some plays here. Man, what is this game? Like, I did not... J.J. Watt, you got to get that, dude. Come on. Either way, so as of right now, Denver's defense or the Titans. Gosh. Let's go with the Titans. Honestly, let's go with the Titans. I really don't think... yeah, let's go with Titans. Reasoning? Oh my God, they're killing Isaiah. I mean, they're killing Elijah McGuire. Reasoning behind the Titans pick over the Denver. Truth be told, I'm convinced tonight's game might be a shootout. I'm looking at this match and I'm thinking, what are these guys doing? And then maybe the other game later tonight is just as sloppy. So you never know. Let's stick to a Sunday game. Let's take the Titans. Need a big game here from Chubb. Yeah. Texans suck. Yeah, it happens. Darnold breaking tackles from J.J. Watt. That's right. I'm going to send my team on Twitter who I'm facing. Let me know. Yeah, go for it, Morgan. That's fine. I will check the Twitters right now. Let's pull out the phone. Let's pull out the Twitters. Let's see here. Okie dokie, let's see here. What do we got here? Go to the Twitters. Bunch of people like that. Okay, great. Connor expected to play via Roto World, whatever. Okay, we'll see about that. Yeah, Morgan, send it. I'll check it out for you. Otherwise, we're back to the chat. Yeah, I know. Those are points slipping through your fingers, Jacob. You're trying to get those points via the defense of the Texans, but they're just slipping through. Can they block a punt? No, nobody's giving effort. Jeez. And fair catch. Okay, well, see how that goes. Alrighty, let's see here. What are we looking at? What are we looking down the barrel of? Let me try to open up a couple tabs here. We're lagging a little bit, aren't we? I got the live stream open. I got the live chat open, and I've got the the game out in front of me also. Community, yeah, no, let's just go back to the main page of YouTube. Yeah, it's fine. Okay. All right, Watson, let's see what you can do. Maybe you can get in the field goal range at least, huh? Alfred Blue, no yards. Gosh, this offensive line is just... Whew, that's got to be their first-round pick. I mean, looking at the entire makeup of this Texans team, other than like offensive weapons, I mean, eventually they're going to have to get rid of Lamar Miller. You know, what if, theoretically speaking, okay, what if Le'Veon Bell goes to the Texans? I mean, how much value does he get there? I know the offensive line sucks, but he could still end up making plays. Oh, God, they brought some heat. Oh, shit. No. No, they caught him. Number 14, baby, making some plays. Gosh. He got hawked, but he had a little bit of a burner speed right there. Wait, somebody... Oh, they brought the blitz. They thought they'd get to Watson before. 48 just running like he's out of breath. Dude. He's like... Oh, my goodness. Shrimp, what do you mean? I don't understand what your question means. Andrew, where are you? When are you on again? Oh, when are you? I didn't read that correctly. My bad, Shrimp. When are you on again? As in, when am I going to stream again? Or when am I going to put out a video? I don't know. Maybe we do this tomorrow. I don't know. To be honest, just follow my Twitter. You'll get a... I'll tweet something out maybe here or then if I feel like live streaming. I don't know. I've thought about live streaming my my videos, like my Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday videos, the rankings. I thought about live streaming those, and then after the video is done, taking whatever questions. But that's very time consuming in itself, being able to post that. But I don't know. As of right now, we might have a video later tomorrow. Might have something, in the morning. Yeah, I'll probably stream tomorrow morning or some shit like that. But probably won't have. Yeah, after this game, I'm gonna be out because I've been on for nearly 3 hours now. We've been talking, chatting it up, answering questions. So yeah, I'll probably live stream tomorrow morning, just in case any information comes out. Let's see. The games start at 10 p.m. or 10 a.m. my time, but I'm going to the movies tomorrow. I'm gonna go watch Into the Spider-Verse, dude. That thing looks clean. And that's what I like to do. If you guys don't already know, so some of you, like last week, would ask questions for Sunday morning, and I wouldn't get back to you because you asked them in the morning. I'm in the movie theater watching movies. Why? Because I don't like to watch my teams in the playoffs. I have like a, I don't know, it's like a superstition, right? I'd rather not watch my teams play, period. So I go to the movies. The last 4 weeks, what have I watched? Saw Creed. We saw, what's it called? The Harry Potter one. We saw Overlord, the zombie one. And then what did I see last week? I'm trying to remember. Maybe it wasn't that memorable. I saw Bumblebee last week. I just got an early screening. Saw Bumblebee. Have my opinions on that. If you want me to spew, I can. But they're not favorable. Let's see what other questions we have. Wouldn't live streaming the rankings, the graphics would be super helpful? Yeah, I'll think about doing that on Monday and Tuesday. We'll see. I'm writing an exam these days, and I'm nervous about fantasy football, so I know what you mean. Yeah. I don't know, man. When I have all these teams playing, and literally I'm not even playing with you guys. I will sit down on Sunday morning. If I sit in front of the TV, the guy I'm playing, in whatever league it's in, their guy will instantly score. If I look at my phone, they'll instantly score. They're like the fantasy gods, they're not happy with me this year. I don't know what it is, but they're getting after me. So I've just opted to, hey, I'm going to see a movie. Let's see here. Cody O'Brien says Rodgers against Bears or Matt Ryan versus the Cardinals. I'll take Matt Ryan. Not by too much. I think that I got them pretty close in the rankings. Damn, just DeAndre Hopkins with a great catch, splitting the defense there. Just got in the right zone or right in the pocket of the zone. Yeah, I'll take Matt Ryan. Not by too much, but I think the Bears defense is really just scares me as of right now. 4 point per passing touchdown. Yeah, I'll take Ryan. You've been great asking questions. Thanks. Hello? Dude, I ask a lot of questions, but I'm asking them to myself because I'm looking at a camera right now, guys. I'm sitting here alone, but hey, at least you guys are active in the chat. I appreciate that. It's super helpful, guys. Appreciate all of you who have stopped by today. It's fantastic. Didn't think we get this much of a turnout. We had about 100 some odd viewers. Now, really quickly, if you're in the chat right now, you're watching, leave a like. Subscribe if you haven't. We're still trying to get to 5,000 subs, guys. We can do it. DeAndre Hopkins, another catch. Nice job. Come on, D-Hop. Let's go, baby. Have a good week here. Let's go. Got to get into that end zone. Watch. If they get too close and Keamy Fairbairn gets another field goal, my Lord, it's going to be a problem. Let's see. What other questions we got here? Should I start Chubb or Adams against the... No, you got to play Nick Chubb. 100%. Josh Adams, as much as he was okay in the first couple of weeks which he started with this team, he has not been good as of late against tough matchups. Just hasn't looked great. Doesn't really get too many touches. And I think just as, oh my God, he got sacked. I called it. Oh my, get the kicker out there. Here comes Fairbairn with this 60-yarder now. Yeah, you got to play Nick Chubb, King Marshmallow. You got to play Nick Chubb this week. I can't believe you got sub, brother. Thank you very much, Cody. Hope you like the content. Let's see here. Let's click that. Okay, sub. Yep. Answer I meant yes. No problem, Shrimptail. No problem. Mike, dude, thank you for all the knowledge. Everyone likes to subscribe and ring that bell. Yeah, you know what? If you click the little bell button in the top right corner. Oh my God, Fairbairn with another field goal. He's a monster. If you click the bell button in the top right, every time I begin to live stream or one of my videos has just been released, you'll get a notification. So you can just click on it and click on the video and or live stream. So yes, Mike, thank you very much. Making sure everybody's aware of that. Much appreciated. Oh, goodness. What a turn of events. Keamy Fairbairn is the best fantasy play of the week. Who would have guessed? Keamy Fairbairn has 17 points in fantasy. Okay, let's just imagine this, okay? This is the reality we live in, ladies and gentlemen. We have Keamy Fairbairn I'm looking at this in my league. 17 points. And Deshaun Watson has 17.66. You're telling me a kicker is just as valuable as a quarterback that is playing the Jets. Interesting. Very interesting. Where's Mr. DeAndre Hopkins, my number 1 wide receiver on the week? Where are we at here? Let's go find him. Which team in my league has him? 22 points so far. Damn. Great job. It's pretty good. Looking good. All right. Robert Pember, let's see. What is your question? Picked up Ingram. Okay, awesome. Per your suggestion, awesome. So Ingram or Rudolph at the tight end. Thanks again. Oh, dumped Denver's defense to get him. Played Houston. How bad is the Houston defense? 4 point. Oh, God. They're so bad. Man. That's so bad. Damn it. I would go with Ingram over Rudolph. Rudolph really hasn't been used within this offense. I know the offensive coordinator is being fired, but it's not even that Rudolph doesn't get enough snaps or he's not being used. It's that Kirk Cousins just really doesn't look at him or for him. So I'd go with Ingram for this coming week. Should I start Matt Ryan or Russell Wilson? I think Russell Wilson's the safe play. I mentioned this a little bit earlier. Russell Wilson, yes, he had a bad week last week, but that was literally one of his only bad weeks. In the 8 weeks prior, he had 25 or more fantasy points in 6-point per passing touchdown leagues every single week consistently. Just go click. If you're whatever league you're in, go click on how many points Russell Wilson's put up. Just look at the prior weeks. He is as consistent as they come, and I think going forward, I'll take him over Matt Ryan this week. I mean, listen, Ben. I know you're leaning towards Ryan. Go with Ryan. I mean, I don't know the future, but from what we've seen this season, and from what I know with Russell Wilson in that offense, I have to, personally, I would go with Wilson. But you know what? Follow your intuition, man. It usually ends up going the correct way. When am I coming out with a line of merch? Okay, guys. Literally, Kurt Conkle, thank you very much for that question. I have thought about that many times, okay? But the question is, would you guys actually buy something like would you actually, if I put, okay, you guys know that I have a couple catchphrases, right? At the end of the day, by all means, start them up. I have a couple catchphrases, right, that I consistently go through. If I put those on t-shirts, right? Would anybody buy them? Legit, I'm actually curious, because if there is an interest, then sure, I'd be down. I'm sure to go and find a company that's willing to make high quality T-shirts with my my phrases or whatever. So let me know, because obviously Kerr's interested. Lutz coming in clutch on Monday? ? I don't know. If he can do what Kimi Fairbairn's doing, sure. But I'm not sure. Okay, there you go. 10 yards and a catch for McGuire, not bad. David, I don't know about Lutz he's a good kicker. That's all I know. Is he able to figure it out on Monday? We'll just have to wait and see. I'm sure he'll be fine. You're doing well. Still on good commentary with the Jets. And remember, Texans have Dante Foreman. Yes. Good call. Oh, my goodness. Did they pull him off IR? Is he on the active roster? Because that might be a waiver wire pickup to win a year. Win the season. I'm not even playing. That is a great suggestion. Hey, Chauncey TV, or Chauncey TV, great foresight. Looking forward. I switched Fairbairn for Zerline last minute. No, Ben. No, son of a bitch. Oh, no, dude. Fairbairn's a monster. It's all right. Legatron is just as good, but we'll see. Live on Insta. Hello, Andreas Ruiz. You good, dude? Let's see here. I know I asked about Samuels earlier. What do you go with, Ingram or Samuels? If Connor is out, you're playing Samuels for sure. But if James Conner ends up playing, you go with Evan Ingram. But as long as Connor is out, Samuels is the right play. Wow, somebody messed up that line. Now they're trying to move it. The graphics team for the first down. So yeah, Ryan, you would play Samuels unless Connor plays. OBJ ain't playing. Start Samuels. Yep, makes sense. Ponce. A shirt. Who must not be named as well, the Harry Potter fan. That is fantastic. Okay, Jacob, that may be the best. I had bought a laundry shirt. Yeah, dude, Jarvis Laundry, dude. Oh my god, I'm down for a T-shirt. Hey, okay, Mike, there you go, coming in with. Oh man, misunderstanding. Who really is not to be named? Oh my god. Would you buy? I would buy one of the silhouette of your beard. Yeah, by all means. Yeah. No, look, I've tried to find silhouettes of my beard online. For the life of me, I cannot. Maybe it's just the shape of my beard, but I'll look into it, guys. I'll look into it for sure. I have a lot of plans for next season. I have a lot of plans. There's a lot of things that I didn't do. Wow, that is a pretty good QB sneak. There's a lot of things that I didn't do this year, either because, busy. I work an 8-hour job other than this every single day, Monday through Friday. So that absorbs a lot of time. But there's a lot of things that I'm looking into right now. Don't worry. This channel is going to get bigger and better. Thanks to you guys supporting me and all that. So we'll get there. We'll definitely get to merchandise and that kind of stuff. But as of right now, I'm just holding off on it, trying to see exactly where we're going with this channel. All right, greetings and salutations. That's right, Cody O'Brien. That's what I'm talking about. Diggs or Pettis? Yeah, we're gonna go with Stephon Diggs, 100%. I understand. What is it? Should I start Diggs? I'm down, but I'm favored by 20 this week. Yeah, you should play Stephon Diggs. I understand that. Okay, so here's the. Oh my God, if they don't get a sack right now. Threw the ball away. Great. I understand that Diggs has struggled in the last couple of weeks due to the just terrible play of Kirk Cousins, but this is how I see it, right? Adam Thielen being the best the best wide receiver of the Vikings is probably going to get Xavier Howard on him, right? That's one of the better corners of the Dolphins. As soon as that happens, Kirk Cousins is going to have to look towards Stephon Diggs, I just comparatively to Dante Pettis, that Pettis has been questionable this week. We saw him, have one catch for a touchdown last week. I know he had a couple extra yards late in that game because of the garbage time. If you're 100% relying upon, wow, they're playing backyard football. The Jets are playing backyard football. If you're relying upon, if you're relying upon the garbage time of Nick Mullins, then sure, you can play Pettis. But otherwise, I prefer Diggs. Love what you're doing. Keep it up. Thank you. Appreciate it, dude. Briar Weiss, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Let's see. Ryan Walton, what are you going to do this offseason? Okay. There's a lot of stuff that I'm going to do. Particularly, I'm going to try. Okay. So off the top of my head, what I've been kind of thinking about doing, obviously I'll have content for the rookies coming out of the draft. I'll have draft stuff. I'm thinking and trying to making my own draft kit. Now, it's going to be a lot of effort. So even when the season ends, dude, I'm going to have a lot of time invested in that just so I can give you guys something that can help you out during your drafts. But I have a lot of content in mind that I'm not going to per se spill the beans as of right now, but I got a lot of things in mind. I'm sure for a fact, I can guarantee you this channel will be maybe 5 times better than it is right now next season. This time next season, you guys will be thinking to yourself, what the heck happened to Andrew? What kind of production quality is this? I'm not gonna be in a bedroom anymore, okay? So we're gonna be moving up in the world. Let's see. Upcoming draft stuff. Yeah, for sure, Jacob. I'm gonna have a lot of draft coverage. Literally, the draft is, besides the fact, like, oh my God, no. Look at that. He threw a duck. Besides the fact, playing in season and having the excitement of the playoffs and stuff, I honestly find the funnest part of fantasy football the draft. The draft, in my opinion, constructing a team, being able to find value and stuff, that is one of the funnest things of fantasy football. So I'll have a lot of draft coverage. I'll do a lot of stuff in order to keep you guys entertained. I know it's a pretty long off season, but like thinking of right now, the next couple of weeks we're talking fantasy. When we get into the playoffs, I'm gonna do episodes talking about the playoffs, stuff like that. If you guys want to play DFS or something like that. But otherwise, I'm going to be talking a lot of rookies, talking a lot of off-season rankings, try to make my own draft kit, and try to give you as much content as I possibly can. Obviously, I'm not going to be doing like 4 videos a week like I usually am, because obviously the content will be. He didn't snap the ball. The content won't be there to have it done, so it'll be a little bit slower. But as we get to April, then I'll start to pick it back up, and we'll get to multiple videos a week to try to get you guys ready for next season. Darius, guys, yeah, Jacob, it's insane, right? Had an infection to his ACL surgery, and they're even questioning whether or not he's going to play this next season. It's insane. Okay, let's scroll up. Let's see some of these questions I missed. All right. Let's go back up here. My goodness, I was ranting for like 10 seconds there. Bada-bam. Damn, Miller went down. Yeah, constantly winning. Yeah, it's unfortunate, dude. It's crazy. Lamar Miller, damn you. Darnold is something else. Dude, he is making some plays with his legs. I don't know where J.J. Watt is not, he's not getting the right pursuit angles. He's not getting to the quarterback. Should I run through, the Carson should run through the 49ers? Yes, absolutely agree. Dalvin Cook or Chris Carson? Yeah, I'm going with Carson on this. I think Cook will get more carries per week since John DeFilippo is out as the offensive coordinator of the Vikings, but Chris Carson's just got too easy of a matchup this week. Jacob saying Cook should also run through the Dolphins. Yeah, the Dolphins are just another bad team against defense. So to be honest, it's a win-win situation. You're playing 2 good running backs, starting running backs, in fact, against pretty easy matchups. So I expect them both to be great. Obviously, Dalvin Cook gets majority of the work in the passing game. So if you play in a full PPR, there's a little bit more incentive to play Cook over Carson, which usually in the Seattle situation, it's usually Mike Davis or Rashad Penny getting the work out of the backfield in the passing game. So, yeah. Let's see here. Nice to see you live, Andrew. 1 o'clock in Germany. Shout out to Germany, juiced up. Oh my goodness, you're kidding me, right? 1 o'clock in the morning in Germany, and you're up. You watching the games? I'm sure you are. Shout out to you. Holy moly. Glad you can be here with us. That's insane, dude. I'm actually curious, okay? Out in Germany, how popular is the National Football League? You know, is there a lot of people out there playing fantasy? Is there a lot of people watching the games? I'm curious. I'm just, I'm curious. Let me know. All right, let's see here. We're freaks. You should start T-shirt style. Way to show support. They'll sell. Listen, if you want to listen, we're freaks. If you want to show support, down there below, there's this thing called Super Chat. Okay, not only can you donate to the channel, that's a great way of showing support. Hey, I'm just saying, if you want to show some support, baby, woo, there's a way. But no, I understand what you mean. No problem. Yeah, I'll look into it, guys, for sure. I'll come up with some designs. Maybe some of you can come up with some cool designs and split some profits or something. I don't know. We'll look into it for sure this offseason. Aaron Jones or Dalvin Cook. T-Man, okay. I had Justin Jackson as my RB2. I have Aaron Jones my RB1, and Sam. I will go with Dalvin Cook over Aaron Jones this week for sure. I think Aaron Jones against the Bears defense is going to be too tough of a matchup for him. He's been good as of the last couple weeks. He's getting touchdowns. He's getting a lot of carries comparatively to what he was getting earlier on in the season. But, I mean, they've played against some teams that really aren't good against the run. Played against the Dolphins, the Falcons in the last couple weeks, and they're not great against the run. So I'm going to go ahead and say Cook over Jones this week. Mention Darius. Guys, do you have an Xbox? Yeah. You see? Let me see if I can. Right there, I have an Xbox. Do I play it? Sure. How often do I play it? I mean, during the fantasy football season, coming home from work, working on the videos, not often. But I'll dabble in games, here and there. Just depends. Damn, they went for it on 4th down and they got it. The Jets are insane right now. Robbie Anderson's ruining my life. Okay. But yes, I do have an Xbox. Do I want to share my gamer tag? I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that. We'll see. Maybe sometime in the future. Maybe in the offseason when I get bored, I'll stream some games. You guys can play with me. Because I've played a little bit of Fortnite. When I say a little bit, I've put in my hours. I've played in my hours. I got a good amount of wins. I got 50+ wins. There ain't no problem there. Let's see here. I like the intro, salutations, etc. Yeah. Chauncey, I don't know what it is. It's stuck. I liked it. It's better than just like showing up and being like, yo, what's up, guys? Like, I don't know. I like the greetings and salutations thing. I'm glad you do too. A lot of people, you know what? Chauncey, you just gave me the greatest idea. When we're talking about merchandise and selling t-shirts, greetings and salutations. Boom, baby. Sold right off the press. Everyone's buying a t-shirt. It's over. Thank you, Chauncey. You made my day. Please don't change your style of answering questions. Yeah, Shrimptown. How am I going to change my style? I am who I am. I'm not going to try to pretend to be somebody else, dog. Don't worry about it. We're square. Message retracted. Man, what happened? Flex, Pettis, Humphreys, or James White in a full-point PPR setting for the Kingslayer. I'm going to go ahead and say Humphreys is very much so against the Ravens. My God, Chris Herndon, you dropped it wide open. I mean, it wasn't wide open, but dude, you had that. Between Humphreys, Pettis, and James White in a full-point PPR, my mind is instantly telling me James White because of the success he's had this season. But I honestly think Dante Pettis could be good, but he's been questionable. So I'm going to stick with James White. I'll take James White in the full-point PPR as a flex. Look at Darnold moving his legs. What am I watching? Dude, Darnold came to play today. At home, feeling good. The Texans look like trash. Look at Nick Mangold. You guys see him in the back of the end zone? Nick Mangold, the center. Oh, my God. Hey, one of the best centers, if not the best center to ever play for the Jets, dude. Oh, my goodness. Nick Mangold, the stud in the back of the end zone. I love that, dude. Let's see here. Would you play Carson over Chubb, though? I'm having luxury problem. Yeah, first world team problems, practically. I'm here from Denmark. Jacob, hey, from Denmark. You got to be kidding me, dude. Shout out to Denmark. You guys are awesome. Dude, you guys are up late, huh? Watching these games. All right, Carson over Chubb. I wouldn't mind it. I don't oppose that idea. Honestly, Chubb is a good running back, but there's a chance that Broncos defense ends up holding him for some. But I honestly think both of them are top 10 running backs this week. I've ranked them as such, but I don't oppose the idea of playing Carson over Chubb this week. If Darnold runs this ball into the end zone, I will. Yep, I knew it. He was going to do a QB draw. I knew it. And he got stuffed. Oh, my God. Let's see here. Jets are playing the best football of their season. Facts, Ben. 100% facts. Jacob, American football, as we call it, isn't popular here, by the way. Morton Anderson, pretty much the only thing people know about it here. That's hilarious. Hey, but you're interested. You're active in the chat. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Of all the people, it's fantastic. No matter where you live in the world, we can all come together for some nice football, American football, quote unquote. McGuire got stuffed. Oh my God, he blow the whistle. No, he got in. You're kidding me. Elijah McGuire fans, rejoice. The Jets have scored, and for those of you who own the Texans defense, I'm sorry. This may be the worst possible week this could have happened. Yes, I am. Love your content. This is Juiced Up. Andrew, NFL grows fast. So fast in Germany. Last 4 years, crazy. NFL is more and more popular. That's awesome. Good to hear, man. I'm glad everybody around the world's enjoying it. Black Falcon 702 says, who would you play in the flex? Standard League, James Conner, Samuels, or Tariq Cohen? Yeah, one of the two Pittsburgh Steelers running backs. Whether it's Conner or Samuels, I will play either of them over Tariq Cohen in a standard. Tariq Cohen is very much so reliant on the idea that he gets those receptions out of the backfield. So if he doesn't end up with that or a touchdown, it looks like a rougher game. So I'll go with Conner or Samuels, whichever one of the two starts tomorrow. Constantly winning. Cohen should kill against the semi-bad Packers. Yeah, no, I understand that. It's a good point. But in a standard league, it's a little rough. Especially because Jordan Howard has been getting, 15-plus touches each of the last 2 weeks. He's getting more and more of a role within that offense. So Cohen is pretty much just a third down back. Oh, man, you know what's going to happen? Ka'imi Fairbairn is going to take this thing into overtime. Finally, if Myers made those two other field goals, Texans will be fine. But now we've got to rely upon a Ka'imi Fairbairn touchdown coming soon. Jets scored again. God, what is this? I'm sorry, Jacob. This is awful. I don't know how I retracted. I retracted as a message. Yeah, I don't know. Your first video I saw was a draft video about 2 QB leagues. Not a lot there. Not a lot there. I remember thinking, a guy says, at the end of the day, yep. No, that's for sure, John. That is a fact. That was actually I think my most popular video when I first started. I didn't even expect it to blow up. I played 2 QB leagues, and I thought to myself, I might as well talk about them. I mainly started making videos just to make my personal home league with my friends and my family more competitive. They'll be able to because last season in that my home league I went 15-1. I lost once midway through the season. I cleaned out everyone. I was most scored by 300 plus points, and I was like, all right, let's make a YouTube channel. Let's see if I can help these guys out a little bit. And then that video blew up. Somehow managed to end up with 2,000 views within the first month. I was like, damn, this is insane. Maybe I got something here. Made a couple more videos, started getting popular, and it blew up. But yeah, if you've been here since then, John Martinez, damn, shout out to you. You've been around for a while. Let's see here. McGuire touchdown. Yep. I'm going to cry in the shower tonight. Chubb doesn't get 36 points. Garbage magic. Yep, Lenny, there it is, baby. Garbage magic. Damn it. Why Jets? Why this week, David? I'm sorry. I benched Damian Williams, and I started the Texans. I'm not surprised if Carson outscores Chubb Cook later tonight. Yeah. hopefully you guys, I don't know how many of you are still in this chat. I think it says 48 are watching, but a couple of you are just chatting it up in this chat. But on my Tuesday video for the running back rankings, I did mention that Damian Williams, if in fact Spencer Ware was out, would be like a top 24 running back play. Dude, I did not expect 2 touchdowns, 70 receiving yards, 50 rushing yards on the ground. That's insane. I'm pretty sure it would have been a little bit different if Patrick Mahomes, he had a QB sneak on Thursday. That probably should have counted. It didn't. Gave Damian Williams owners that much more. Pretty insane. Either way, let's see here. Who you got, Browns or Broncos? I'll take the Broncos tonight. Yeah. In Denver, yeah, I'll take the Broncos. It's close though. I think they're both teams that are playing for their lives tonight. But did he really just? What kind of kick was that? Oh, that was actually a really good kick. The bounce was perfect. Damn, if he touched that ball, he'd been screwed. Yeah, I'll take the Broncos tonight. Johnson. I don't know. We'll see. It really just depends. Personally, think it could be a close game, but at the same time, we saw what kind of a messy game this is. It could potentially be the same. Look at that. They're just like pushing it like a sled to get into the end zone. Fantastic. I knew I was in for some bad luck when my opponent started getting all the RBs injured. LOL. Can't just have some luck in fantasy. It seems, yeah, man, it happens. It happens. In one of my leagues this year, it was a 2 QB Superflex league. In fact, I had, oh my God, DeAndre Hopkins. Woo, baby. I had Cooper Kupp go out with an injury. I had Jameis Winston get replaced multiple times. I had Devontae Freeman go out. I had Emmanuel Sanders go out. I had AJ Green go out. I had Greg Olsen go out. I had Blake Bortles get replaced. Again, it was a 2 QB league. Who else am I missing? I had Joe Flacco get replaced and injured. I had so many injuries in my one league. I literally absorbed all the bad luck in one league. The rest of them are doing just fine. There's another league in which I had Lev Bell, but I was able to get Connor. So we lived through that apocalypse. Let's see here. Thanks very much for the reply. I respect and appreciate your opinion. Starting Brady, DJ, JJ, 17.5. Yep. Pettis, foot injuries. Might go for White. Yeah, Kingslayer. Sounds good. Lineup looks good. Best of luck this weekend. I hope everything goes right and you can get to either winning your championship or getting, damn it, Deshaun Watson. Oh my God, this offensive line. You know what they need? They need a running back that can actually pass block and chip block and help this guy out. They have no checkdowns. Everybody's running down. Jeez. All right, I'm not going to rant about it. Let's see here. Constantly winning. Please no Texans. Kick Fairbairn is killing me. Yeah, Fairbairn is just having an insane week. Predictions for score predictions for Browns. Score predictions? I don't know. What are we doing here? Play action. He's launching it, and damn, he should have caught it. If it hits DeAndre Hopkins' hand, he needs to catch the ball. Period. Let's see. Score predictions for the Browns game. I don't know. I'm thinking it'll be just as sloppy. I'm thinking like a 17-21 kind of a game. A lot of running and a lot of defensive pressure. That's where this game is going to rely. Now, it could be just completely opposite, but I'm thinking it's a lower scoring game. Damn, he is hugging DeAndre Hopkins down the sideline. Goodness gracious. Rip Cooper Kupp. Yep, dude, I had Cooper Kupp in 4 of my leagues. I was fully convinced he was going to have a great year. Guess what? He did. What happened? Cooper Kupp, rest in peace. Hopefully you'll be back next season. He will definitely be on a lot of my teams going forward. I mean, he's so talented. He's Jared Goff's best friend, and he's his go-to. I started Lamar Miller, 8 rushing yards. So sad. Sorry, Juice, man. Unfortunate. Watson, run the ball, dude. Run the ball. Come on. Oh, my goodness. Demaryius Thomas with the clutch catch. Oh, my goodness. They're making a run here. They're making it. They're trying to do something. But you know what the problem is? For those of you who... Oh, my goodness. My dog is howling and shit over there. Got a Siberian Husky. She's losing her mind. Let's see here. I'm number 1, 14-1 in my league. How would you be 14-1? There's 15. We're only in week 15. Sorry, 12-2. There you go. Okay, mistakes were made. You think you're going to be 14? Well, no, but that's impossible. Anyway, 12-2. I saw it. Okay. Demarius Thomas, you're so slow. Let's see here. What do we got? Constantly. Okay, yeah. Miller Hurts. Yep. McGuire scored, right? ESPN hasn't updated it. What? Let me go check my league. Yeah, it's updated. He currently has 10.5 points in half-point PPR scoring formats. 10.5. So yeah, hey, double digits. It's a good week. Good week. I mean, if you never fumbled that ball, it's even better. But either way, for those of you who are owners of the Texans defense, let's see here. Okay, logically, that's not a first down. But if you know the offensive line of your team is struggling, why are you going with 5 wide? I just don't understand it. Offensively, don't you need at least a tight end or a running back there in order to chip block? Because you're getting so much pressure. Unless you get the ball out of you're running a slant. Okay, great. But if you run any other sort of route concept, you're going to have some trouble. Deshaun Watson's going to get hit. Keemy Fairbairn's going to send this thing to overtime. Don't run the ball. Don't run the ball. Yeah, there you go. Oh, there's DeAndre Hopkins for you, ladies and gentlemen. There's DeAndre Hopkins for you. Having the best week of his season. He's my number 1 wide receiver. Bless his soul. He showed up. He balled out. He got battered here. There's a lot of contact, but hey, touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins. Woo! Baby. I think DeAndre has about 30 points already, if I'm not mistaken. Let's go ahead and see here. DeAndre Hopkins, 34 fantasy points, 10 receptions, 170 receiving yards, 2 touchdowns. Not a surprise. And he gets limped off to the sideline. Don't worry. Hopkins, you did your job. You're going to save a lot of people some fantasy weeks this week. Let's please get a sack or an interception now. Yeah, you definitely need one. That would be very helpful as of right now. Let's see here. Deshaun Watson pretty much finished up his week, having a great week. Good shit. Keemy Fairbairn going to knock another one through. All right, well, let's see if the Jets end up wanting to come back and finish this off. We'll see. Other questions. Let's see here. Okay. I had Antonio Brown and D-Hop all season. This is why I'm going wide receiver from now on. Really? Okay, well, hold up. You'd rather go wide receiver in your drafts? Okay, I understand. In a full PPR, Antonio Brown in the first round is fine. But you can pass up on if you're like the top 3 pick next season. How are you going to pass up, Gurley, Barkley, and like a McCaffrey? How are you going to pass that, or a Kamara? I'd have a hard time doing so. And then coming back around, paying up another wide receiver. Hey, if you can find value in rookies or guys like, this past year, James White, right? He was drafted, in like the 8th round? That kind of a guy, he's presented a lot of value. If you can find guys like that, then sure. Let's see here. What else we got? Come on, Elijah McGuire. Yeah, ugly dude. It's possible. We'll see what happens. Potentially could end up having a couple good plays here, hopefully, in the passing game. Picked up no RBs. Yeah, no. Listen, I've mentioned this before in a couple of my videos before the season started. The no RB, strategy, the 0 RB strategy, it works, but only in a PPR and only if you can find value later on in the draft. This season, like the PPR running backs per se that you could have picked up, like Tevin Coleman or Duke Johnson from 2017 who were good, they haven't done anything. So you'd really had to have gotten some clean running backs, or you have just depended on the waiver wire all season long to fill up your running back spots. But 0 RB, man, that is sketchy. That is sketchy. Like, obviously, if you have Antonio Brown, DeAndre Hopkins, and no, you're not. I don't know how you're going to do that, but yeah, potentially, if you have Antonio Brown, DeAndre Hopkins, it comes back around. You go for another wide receiver, like, I don't know, Stephon Diggs. Sure, you have 3 wide receivers you can start every single week. But when you're playing guys that have like a Gurley and I don't know, who's another running back that's going to be in the second round later half? Who's a deep, like, actually, dude, I have to actually draft. I got to think about this and sit down and actually have a draft after the season's over. I'm curious who's going to go in the second round. Because, like, just looking at what people have done this season, there's a lot of implications on how it's going to work out next year. Like Tyreek Hill could end up being a second-round pick next year. The success that Patrick Mahomes had could end up making him a higher-end pick. Now, I play in a Superflex. QBs go off the board quickly. But in your like regular league, dude, he could still go off quickly. He's going to have like 50 passing touchdowns this year. It's insane. Anyway, let's see. I can guarantee you it wasn't a strategy. He's being sport famous. Okay. I knew Odell because he was famous outside of sport. Gronk, because of WrestleMania, yeah. He jumped the barricade and went and helped, what's his name? What the hell is that guy's name? He barely gets any work. I forget the guy he helped. I used to watch wrestling for a good amount of time, but now it's trash, so rest in peace. But Becky Lynch is fire. You're kidding me. Interception. Oh, no. He dropped the pick. He dropped the damn pick. Yeah, Hopkins got a little banged up. Hopefully he'll be fine for next week if you win. I have Marvin G. I'm assuming Marvin Jones. Yeah, Marvin Jones, Eckler, Connor Fournette killed me this season. Possibly T.Y. Hilton. Tough year. Yep. Yeah, no, it happens, man. That's why you got to play in multiple leagues, guys. You got to have multiple leagues. I know it's hard to have multiple leagues, but don't worry. Next season, I'm going to be coming out with something where you guys can play with me in specific leagues. I'm going to be in a bunch of leagues next year, but I'll come up with some ideas where we can all be in leagues together as a community, play each other, and have some fun. So we don't have to rely upon one league. And if, everything goes wrong, you're not just depressed watching football for the season. So anyway, Cohen in the second round. Dude, Mike, that is literally I thought about that. End of the second round, Cohen. But am I really willing to spend that pretty penny for Tariq Cohen? If they get rid of Jordan Howard, sure. But I'm just sitting here and I'm thinking to myself, I'm not totally convinced that I want to go with him in the late second. If Darnold, gets sacked. There it is. Good shit. Wait. Did he throw the ball or not? What just happened? Anyway, let me go find this. I'm going to go pull up a list of these players. Let's see who I'm thinking late second round. If you pick Gurley number 1 overall, who is going to be a good late second round pick? Let's find this, shall we? Pull up the rankings for thus far this season. No, come on. All players. Thank you very much. All right. So, as of right now, late second round. Yeah, dude. Aaron Jones, potentially. There's no way Mixon makes it past midway through the second. Especially in a regular, half-point PPR league with one quarterback. Aaron Jones, potentially. So, yeah, if you get, Gurley number 1, Jones could end up in your lap. Maybe not. It just depends how teams are feeling about him. He's played well thus far, with the limited amount of touches he's gotten compared to other players. And if Rodgers is back next season in full form, it could be better. We'll just have to wait and see. But, just looking at the top running backs, Gurley, Barkley, McCaffrey, Kamara, Elliott, James Conner, Melvin Gordon, assuming he doesn't get hurt, but he gets hurt every year. There is every season, he just constantly injured. Last season, missed a couple games with a hamstring injury. This season, also the same. Let's see here. What's your favorite team? Asks Ben. To be honest, so I've explained this a couple times, but I am a Cowboys fan, right? Initially, living in California or Southern California, we didn't have a team, right? Since I've been alive, there was no Los Angeles team. So, I thought to myself, hey, I got into football when I was younger. It was the first year that Hard Knocks happened with the Cowboys. I was like, hey, you know what? I'm a Cowboys fan. Done. I didn't expect, as a kid, to get all this hate. Didn't know the legacy of the Cowboys. I didn't know any of that. And then since the Chargers and the Rams have rolled into town, man, by proxy, I've got to root for them. They're Los Angeles teams. That's where I'm from, so that's what works. Let's see here. They got the sack, 1 point. Hopefully, I'm crushing my opponent 71-28. I have 3 players so far. Yeah, that's fantastic, Aiden. That's the way I like it. That's perfect. Never Cohen, Juice. I wouldn't like Cohen either. It's just, Dalvin Cook, late second. He might even go early second, dude. It depends. McKinnon, how much can we trust in Jerick McKinnon? If, in fact, Matt Breida is still there and he's taking carries away, McKinnon might just be a receiving back, but we'll just have to wait and see. I know Kyle Shanahan running backs are great. Let's see how this game goes. 4th and 14, pretty much the last couple plays of this game. Drops back, scrambles, and game's over. Whew. Goodness gracious. Odell could be a good second-round pick, by the way. A new QB. Yeah, if he has a new QB. If he doesn't, there's some struggles. David Chillen. Screw the fantasy football playoffs. Everything is so unpredictable. Still fun. Rip my Texans defense. Yep. Dude, join the club. Everyone in here is dying because this Texans defense is screwing us all over. I think Kamara may be top 2 pick. No. If Barkley isn't number 2, I'll be surprised. Barkley is losing his mind this season. And the team is only going to improve. That team is only going to improve, especially if they get a better quarterback and they're able to just fix everything. But Kamara could be number 2. Just depends who you play with. Depends who they like. Also, go heavy on RBs and drafting. Yeah. Honestly, when I play in a Superflex, almost every league I play in is Superflex. I'll play in like 1 or 2 leagues that are just 1 QB because I think Superflex makes it that much more strategic when you have to draft quarterbacks timely and you have to either pay the price and not drafting a good quarterback or building the rest of your team, or having to take an early quarterback and having to deal with a little bit weaker rest of your squad. But either way. All right, let's catch up on these comments here. Pats or Steelers? Oh, man. It's in Pittsburgh. But the Pats have beaten the Steelers in the last 3 years in a row, so I'll take the Pats this year again, especially with Connor out. I was able to work with Miller and Cohen and Mack. What? You were able to survive? Okay, with Cohen, sure, but Mack has been injured all season long. Had 2 good games. Everything other than that has been, And Lamar Miller's had a couple good games, but otherwise he's just an average running back. That's crazy, constantly winning. Crushing my opponent. Yeah, we went over that. Okay. They got the sack. I'm thankful. I'm in 3. Okay. Dalvin. Okay. McKinnon. Yep. Mm-hmm. We're scrolling. If you told me you were a Cowboys fan before the season, I wouldn't have stopped. Listen, when you live in California and there's nobody, I'm not going to root for the Raiders. I'm not going to root for the 49ers. I'm not going to root for the San Diego Chargers. I just felt like there was nobody that was appealing. When I first started watching, when I first got into the sport, 10 years ago, when I was 13 years old, that was the only thing. I watched Hard Knocks. I was like, fuck it, let's get into it. Let's see here. I had Cooper Kupp, yep. I think they'll go with Manning next year. If they go with Manning next year, they're just stunting their team. As an organization, there's only so much that you can hold. It's 4th down? Oh, God. They're going to get another chance at this. Hopefully he can turn over the ball. I think you're stunting your organization going forward if you leave Eli Manning as your quarterback. It's time to move on. You have to at least put Loletta in, the backup running back. I think he's a rookie. Get him some reps. Let's see if he's even good. If he's not, great. At least you can go out and draft a quarterback. Let's see here. Isaiah Choi. Isaac Choice, Isaiah. Isaac Choice asks, Jalen Samuels or Laundry? We're going to go with Jalen Samuels because we're assuming Connor is out. But if you are worried that Connor somehow plays tomorrow, you can play Laundry this week, a.k.a. JL. Do you think I should start Sutton or Hamilton since Odell is out, or get Samuel for the Panthers? Okay, so Curtis Samuel from the Panthers, in the last 4 weeks, he's 10 or more points. Okay, he is a consistent floor of 10 points, especially against the Saints this week, who are pretty easy secondary to play against. It's not a bad play. If you're looking for a nice, solid floor, Curtis Samuel's the play. Other than that, I'll probably take Hamilton over Sutton this week. You got the Seahawks right there. I got the Seahawks right there. No. California is like its own country. Okay, compared to, here comes Keamy Fairbairn for a field goal. And Keamy Fairbairn is winning. Keamy Fairbairn is a fantasy MVP this week. I guarantee you. He is going to win teams' leagues because of his damn leg. I will never root for the Seahawks. I felt like, especially after they started being really good a couple years back, early, 2012, 2011, when they started really picking up, dude, that would just be a bandwagon jump. I'd rather just sit and die with the Cowboys and the Chargers and the Rams never winning a championship than try to join onto a bandwagon. But yeah, I know what you mean, Jacob. Hoping Lindsey brings me 30 points. It's possible. He's done it before. Why not? Browns defense not that good against the run. My first round pick was Le'Veon Bell. My last pick was James Conner. Smart. Guys, always, just whoever's watching, this is a word of advice for next year's draft. I will go over it, all off season. You should never draft a kicker in your draft. Your last pick should always be the handcuff to your first or second round pick. Always. Because you never know if somebody tears their ACL during OTAs, off-season, preseason. You always need to grab your handcuff. Never draft kickers. I personally don't even draft defenses in my drafts. I just go and I pick up whoever I think has a good matchup. Whoever's playing the Jets. Whoever's playing the Browns. That's what I'll just play off matchups. But you always need to draft handcuffs as your last pick. Isaac Choi. For sure Samuels over Landry. I'll take it. Let's see. My first round. I was 10-3. Very hard, but PPR helps out a lot. Yeah, no, it really does. PPR makes it so where wide receivers actually have value. Because if you're sitting in the first round of a draft and you get Gurley, congratulations, you won the league. In a non-PPR, you won the league. Because the guy is just cleaning house. But for those of you who are in the late first round and you have to rely upon lesser running backs, it just sucks. Now that, oh my goodness, turn your head around and intercept the ball. That's so bad. That's so bad. It presents more value. But is Dallas in California? Jacob, that is not the question. Did you not hear my explanation? If you want, okay, congratulations, Jacob. I'm a Rams and Chargers fan. They both have 11-plus wins. Congratulations. You see? How does that sound? I live in Los Angeles. I'm a Los Angeles Chargers and Rams fan. Congratulations. That's what you've done to me. You've pushed me to the edge. Okay? Let's see here. What team does... No, I was mentioning it earlier. What if Le'Veon Bell ends up on the Texans next year? They get rid of Lamar Miller. No more Alfred Blue. Just end up having Le'Veon Bell. If Le'Veon Bell doesn't go to the Texans, I'm thinking perhaps he goes to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That's not a bad option. Maybe the Jets. Who else is in need of a running back? Like desperately that could compete in the future. Other than that, I was going to say the Raiders. There's no way the Raiders would get him. That'd just be a mess. I think he wants to go to a team where he can get paid the most. So who has the most salary cap and who really just needs a running back and is really desperate? Nice sack. Good job, JJ. And was that Clowney? Yeah, nice job. The Dolphins? Oh my God. Because Frank Gore now it's on 1,000 yards. Yeah. 1,000 years old. He might even. How many yards does Frank Gore have this season? I'm actually curious about this. Let me look this up. Oops, that's a mistake. Oh my God. Elijah McGuire just gave everybody an extra couple points there. Congratulations. All right. This year, he has 700 rushing yards. Yeah. Frank Gore needs to get replaced, though. He's killing fantasy owners who have Kenyon Drake. It's ridiculous. But he's for Taco Bell next year? Dude, it's impossible. He'll have a job. Don't worry about it. Let's see here. Another sack, yep. 1,000 years old, yep. Another. I'm in heaven, rejoice. Hallelujah, yeah, exactly. I was 1-4, then I watched your videos. Now I'm second in my league. Shout out, bro. Hey, KP the Don, you're very welcome. Glad I was able to help you out this season. Just much love, no problem. What else? Let's see here. Bell to the Colts. Hey, that is not a bad idea. D. Linney, facts. That is not a bad idea. The Colts, they look like they can win some games. They get healthy. That offensive line's great. That's not a bad. That's best case scenario. Praise the Lord, Jesus. Yep. Brown. Okay. Those dreads on Hopkins gotta weigh at least 5 pounds. Yep. It's okay. He can't feel him once he puts on the helmet. It's all good. I never thought drafting a kicker. I'm not drafting a kicker. That's great advice. Yeah, Shrimp. I mean, kicker and defenses, they don't need to be drafted. You can literally survive upon picking up guys that just have better matchups, you know? So always, you'd always want to just make sure you draft players that at least will ensure that, you know, even if an injury takes place in the offseason, you'll be fine. Anyway, that's basically it, guys. I'm answering questions, but we've been here for 3 hours and 41 minutes, and my voice is starting to crumble. So, for sure, I just want to thank all of you who have joined me. I will answer a couple more questions, and in a little bit, I'm going to get out of here because I'm hungry, and I don't want to leave and go to the kitchen and then end up in the cabinet for 20 minutes making food, and then I leave you guys here. So I'll be ending the stream soon, but let's answer a couple more questions before this next game starts. I'll stream tomorrow morning, not for too long. Again, I'm going to the movies. I'm going to see Into the Spider-Verse. That thing is going to be good. I've heard some great things about it. So tomorrow, if you have any questions, make sure you ask them tonight or tomorrow morning before I leave, because otherwise, in the movie theater, I'm not pulling out my phone to answer YouTube questions. Let me see. Did Morgan send me something on Twitter like he said he would? He said he wanted me to check out his team. Guys, if you have any questions, Twitter's not here. It is. Okay, let's see, Morgan. All right, let's look at this, shall we? What team are you? Oh my God. Dude, I love some of these team names you guys come up with. It's absolutely hilarious. Okay, really quickly, let's see here. Eagles, Bell? Yeah, it's possible. It's very much so possible. Let's see here. Bell to the Ravens? I don't think the Ravens need a running back. I think the Ravens just need someone to throw the ball to that's actually a decent wide receiver. Crabtree's not doing anything this year for them. Let's see here. Let's see. In my league, I know guys who draft 2 QBs and just looking at them like they are dumb. Yeah, if you play in a 1 QB league, you technically don't need a second QB, especially if you draft a top-end one. Unless you need a bye week filler, yeah, you don't need to draft two QBs. Thanks for all your time and your help. See you next video. Thank you, David, for coming out, hanging out with us. Enjoy the next game. Yeah, we'll see how this garbage can of a game ends up. Hopefully kickers don't dominate this game. Roethlisberger or Prescott? We're going with Roethlisberger over Dak Prescott this week. Last place team in my league dropped Juju. What? I had to waste my number 1 priority. It's not a waste. You're not wasting number 1 priority. On my bench to avoid collusion? No. Listen, Ryan. Cutshaw. Ryan Cutshaw. Listen to me. Go to your league settings. If you're the commissioner, go to your league settings and lock every team that is eliminated from the playoffs. Plain and simple. That's what I do. I lock teams to prevent collusion because I know people are dirty. They want the money. They'll drop players and try to collude and shit like that. Lock every team. If you're not the commissioner, congratulations. You just picked up Juju and you're good to go. But otherwise, you can go and manually go to your settings, go to your commissioner settings, and you can lock teams. You can avoid them from trading, and you can avoid them from picking up players. So that's what I usually do if I get suspicious on people doing some sketchy stuff. Group gut feeling advice, Sutton or Robert Foster. I'll go with your advice, D-Lenny. Dude, honestly, I think with the emergence of Deshaun Hamilton and Tim Patrick last week, I think there's too many variables within that offense now for Sutton. So I'd go with Robert Foster. Will you stream Pats versus Steelers? Is that the Sunday night game tomorrow? Because if it is, I will. Let's see here. Yeah, I don't mind, to be honest. Is that the Sunday night game? That's the afternoon game. I might do the Sunday night game, Rams versus Eagles. Just depends. We'll see. If I'm feeling it, I might. Let's see. The last place. Okay, yeah, we went over that. I have Kamara, Chubb, Mixon, Saquon, and Marlon Mack. Who should I run? All right, Andy. You should play Kamara, you should play Mixon, and you should play Saquon. Done. And then, yeah, so Kamara, Mixon, and Saquon this week. Fourth best is Chubb. Okay, yeah, we went over that. And I have to go to bed. Thank you, Andrew. Yep, juice it up. Good night. Shout out to Germany. Keeping it real for fantasy. Let's go. Thanks again. No problem, Shrimp Tail. Jacob, I should rationally go to bed, but I can't. I need to be religious for a few hours praying for Chubb. Yeah, good luck this week, Jacob. Hope everything goes well. No money in league. Thankful. Fun and games. Yep. D. Lenny, thanks, man. Love your channel. Yep, no problem, Lenny. All right, guys, that's pretty much it. We've been here for, 3 hours and 46 minutes. Hope everybody has a great fantasy weekend. One last question. All right, Mike, you're coming in clutch. Very last second. Tennessee or Chicago D? Peace out, man. Okay. We're gonna go with just play Chicago. Don't try to get cute. Just play the Chicago D. It's the easiest way to go. When you try to play cute, it makes a problem. And D, no problem. Okay, guys, if you have any questions other than what right now, I'm going to stop the stream, and you can comment on one of my other videos. I will try to get to them before the night ends and before tomorrow morning. So otherwise, I will be streaming tomorrow morning at, probably, let's go with an 8:30. 8:30 Pacific Standard Time. You'll see it. Click the bell. I'll be on. Good night, everybody. Have a good week. Pick two. Dude, you guys are coming in with the last second questions. It's killing me. Randall Cobb, Sterling Shepard, Cortland Sutton, Deshaun Hamilton. Oh, man. That's tough. Let's go with... Oh, my goodness. Honestly, Hamilton and Sutton might be better than Randall Cobb and Shepard. That's all I can say. Tyler Hartman. As of right now, they might be better than both those guys because I don't like what Sterling Shepard's been doing as of late, and I do not like Randall Cobb. Gets a little injured. Yes, he had a good week last week, but they played against a bad team. If you're feeling like this game might not end up in your direction, go with Cobb and Sterling. Anyway, if you have any other questions, just comment on one of my videos. I'll try to get to them. Thank you, everybody, for watching, and I will see you tomorrow morning, and that's pretty much it. So peace later, guys.